Yeah, welcome you all to this most anticipated conference. Let's wait for others. Let's take some few minutes to wait for others to join us so that nobody will miss out. Please, let's keep sharing the link. Let's wait for others to join. Okay. You're all welcome. Can see some people are joining. Welcome, Miss Taiwo. You're welcome. Mr. Kende, you're welcome. Yeah, we have 18 participants. Let's for the next 2 minutes, let's wait. Mr. Okonola, you're welcome. Let's wait for another 2 minutes to accommodate more participants. Miss Queenie, you are welcome. We are waiting for you guys. You're all welcome to this power-packed conference. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay. By 7:05 we'll be starting, and we'll be starting with an opening prayer. I don't know if anyone would volunteer to lead us. You can signify, or should I just say someone should please? You can decline if you are not interested, but I would want somebody to volunteer to lead us. Okay, I can see. Okay, Miss Omotolani, thank you. By 7:05, please, you should lead us in a short prayer so that we can kickstart the conference. Miss Omotolani.
Yes, ma'am. Noted.
Okay, you know, my mind actually chose you. I think our minds are working together. So please, by 7:05, you should please lead us in prayer.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay, Miss Tolani, please, can you lead us in prayer?
Okay, no problem. Heavenly Father, we thank you. We thank you for a time like this. We appreciate you. We bless your holy name. We thank you for bringing us together to this amazing conference. We say your name alone be glorified in Jesus' name. Father, we ask, oh Lord, that you take control of everything that is going to transpire here, starting from the speakers and also the listeners. Take control of the entire event in Jesus' name. And Father, help the speakers, oh Lord, to speak to us from your own mind, and help us also as listeners to gain what is needed for us in Jesus' name. I pray that there will be no technical issues and everything will go smoothly in Jesus' name. And at the end, let it be prayed. In Jesus' name, we open this conference in the name of Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you. So, I don't know. I want to crave your indulgence, Miss Dolapo. Are you ready? Are you online? Hello, Miss Dolapo.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so hello, God's gift.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Thank you. So, please permit me to come in. I would quickly like to introduce Ms. Dolapo before she comes
Okay,
in.
okay. I wanted to be sure she's here before I introduce her. Okay, please go ahead, ma.
She will be joining us very, very soon.
Okay.
Okay, so welcome everyone. I welcome us, and I'm super excited to have us here. I'm Onome Omachola, and it's so good. It's so good to be here. So I don't want to go into all of those good things that I want to talk about. But yeah, I would like to introduce our first speaker to us. And this conference is actually a conference that we did not just plan, but God really helped us to even bring the people that He will have to, have them talk to us on this conference, and that is what we will be doing. So for all of the sessions, I want you to really, stay prepared. I want you to really get ready, because all of these sessions are really going to bless you, right? And you're really going to learn a lot and a lot and a lot from them. So right now I'll be reading out the bio of Miss Ombodolakpo, and after that she'll be coming in to take the session. And thank you so much everyone. And after taking the session, we now have question and answer, and then we go to the next speaker, and like that and like that and like that. So are you guys ready? Please let me see our excitement. Please let's make this. Let us get ready for our speaker. She's ready for us, and I want her to see that we are ready as well. So give me all the excitement, all the energy. I want to see everything. Like, I want to see all of our energy at the chat session. Please give it to me. Give it to me. Let's show her that we are ready. All of the excitement. We want to see it. Yeah. I love this. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. This is why I love the gathering of youth. There's always this energy. You shall know that. See, we are here, we are youths, and we are not here to joke. Keep it coming. I love it. Yeah. Thank you. Amazing. Okay. So let me go ahead to read a bio. So, Omodolapo Jayola is the founder of Goal Women Africa, an organization dedicated to empowering and educating women and girls. She works as a marketing strategist and is passionate about living with a purpose. She's a purposeful woman. Her keenness for education and empowerment of women and her interest helped her birth the organization, which focuses on leadership and career development mentorship. It also holds in high esteem effective training of women across Africa to introduce non-formal education by organizing training, workshops, and mentorship opportunities for women across Africa. She enjoys podcasting and social change writing. She has participated in many prestigious speaking events and has anchored many outstanding events in Nigeria, contributing to our growth over the years. Guys, look at our speaker now. She's a woman of influence. She's a multi-influential woman, right? And she's into a lot. Shield Initiative is actually an initiative that is actually commissioned to sponsoring our institution ladies in school and mentoring them. So when we wanted to search for our speakers, we actually went with that mindset that we want someone that is actually oriented when it comes to enlightening young people. We want someone that is actually oriented when it comes to, youth empowerment. We want someone that is educational oriented. And that was why, we went for her, and she accepted our request to be here. And that is why she's here tonight. So I'm going to be handing over to Mr. Omodolakpo as she'll be taking us in the next session. Are you here, ma'am? Okay, hello, Miss Omodolakpo. Are you here? Kindly unmute your mic as we start the session.
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Good evening, everyone.
good evening, Ma.
Good
Thank you so much for having me, Shield Initiative. It's a pleasure. It's a great opportunity to be here to speak with everyone. Thank you for having me. All right, thank you. So, Shield, are we starting right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. First of all, my name is Omodola Pojayola. I can hear myself from the background. All right. So, founder of Government Africa, I'm a global youth ambassador. I podcast, I write, and I do a lot of things. But when it comes to education for youth and the girl child, I'm passionate about the reforms, policy, and everything that is being put in place for everyone to get educated and get the right career choices for themselves. And so this is why we're here tonight. And if you're excited to be here, just give me a thumbs up. Let's know. Just let me know what level you are at in your school and which school you are actually representing. So that was going to help us. That's going to guide our discussion tonight. So because it's the biggest undergraduate conference that we're hosting today, and we intend to do everything that is going to be of great benefit to you in your respective courses, your career choices that you're going to be making as soon as we end this discussion tonight, because you're not waiting till after school. That's not the mindset. We're starting now. So just give me a brief introduction of you. All right, thank you. I'm seeing the thumbs up already. So the level and the university you are representing, the college, the polytechnic, just give us that below while we go into why we're here tonight. All right, so the topic is very interesting. When I saw it, I had to just, first of all, ponder. Now, this is a great one. Everyone who had to go to school wish they knew something while they were in school. And so when you're looking back and you're seeing how you've been able to not get some certain things done and get some certain things done, you're more informed. And this helps you to know how you can come back to also give back to the people who are there presently, so that the things you missed out on and the things that you had access to can be made available to them. So today we're not here to go into another lecture. No, that's not why we're here. Today we intend to just rub minds together. I want to feel you. I want to feel what you feel could be of a challenge, and also offer you the things that I believe could be solutions, so that you can be able to work on them and see better ways to improve yourself academically, and also the ways by which you would be able to make the right choices for your career. So the role of academics in career projection after school. This is an interesting topic, Shu. Thank you so much. Okay, we have 400 level students. Yeah, I want to know, because we're going to have the balance. We want to know the people who are going into the field right away and those who are just preparing to go. But at the same time, with the same thing is still going to apply to all, because whether you're going into the field right away or you're still in school and mounting the stages of your career, of your courses before you leave school, you're still going to need the same tools that I'm going to be sharing here tonight. All right, so quickly I'm going to be sharing with you my screen. I want to see the best way to do that. I'm not so good with the Telegram, so please do help me out. Hugh Initiative.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Okay, please. Can you add the three dots at the edge of the video chat?
Okay. I
Gone.
see that.
Then you see where you can share your screen.
All right. Thank you so much for the help.
All right.
All right. Please do let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can now.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So, the role of academics in career projection after school. So, yeah, I'm going to be dividing our topics for discussion tonight into 4 segments, which I believe they are going to be of great help to you at whatever level you are right now. So, the first one is how to improve your academic performance, and the second will be the factors that affect and the career choices that you make. And then the third one will be the impact of academic performance in career choices that we make. And also the last one will be the main point and the main reason why we're here, which is choosing a career for yourself. So if you agree with me, the academic performance that we all have today is not the sole decision maker of who we become. Please, if you agree with me, let me see that you agree with me. I can't see the screen right now, but just let me know, because the way the world has really transformed, and the evolution of the world right now is showing us that not only academics can get you to the top, but at the same time, you still need to get your academics balanced. You still need to get it right. So while we're not going to encourage people who leave school with bad grades just because you can get the right opportunities, even with a bad grade, we still want to inform you that even if the grade is bad, let's say you're in your last, the final lap of your course, like you're the last year of your course right now, and you're thinking, oh, how can I leave school with this grade? This grade is terrible. This grade is not good enough. I'm here to encourage you that all hope is not lost. You can still get it right. And that is what we're going to be discussing tonight. And while you're still in your 100 level, your 200 level, your 300 level, we want to remold or quickly mold what you would be able to come out with by the end of your course. So now, thank you for, I don't know, please, I'm moving on to the next, and I'm hoping that you do see my screen. Please, if you can see it clearly, just say you can.
Yeah, we can see the screen.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to be discussing how academic performance shapes the kind of career choices that we make. So the academic performance entails achieving the objectives, the aims, and benchmarks stated in the course or program a student has enrolled in. So these are communicated through your grades, the outcome of an evolution that entails passing or failing a particular exam. So this is just the theory. This is just the reason why it's called an academic performance. This is just the reason why it's called your grade. This is the reason why it's called the results you leave school with. And so academic performance is typically assessed using the grade points, average, and can be taught as the level of knowledge demonstrated in a career, in a subject or an area relative to the norm. So the academic performance is influenced by a variety of parameters, including one's intelligence level, your traits, the drive, the abilities, your hobbies, your study habits, your self-esteem, and student-teacher interaction. These are important things, factors that shapes what your career, what you end up with in school. And so if you do not manage all of this very well, you might end up leaving school with a grade that you are not proud of. And so tonight we're going to be discussing why the grade that you're going to be leaving school with can be molded by you the right way. A lot of people tend to go into school and they end up not leaving school with the grades that they are proud of. One of the reasons is because they do not know how to manage the life and the social life and also the academic life. A lot of people tend to have a 90-10% of school and academics. Some have an 80-10. But in a way, you should know how to know that your social life is the secondary reason why you are in school. It is not the primary goal. The primary goal is to get your academics right. So why the social is very important, because it's still going to be the one that shapes your appearance when you're outside school. It's important to know that your academics can be balanced with a social life. It is not everything in school. It is not everything in school, but or study. You still need to know, be informed about what is going on out there, because there are a lot of opportunities that students are accessing today while being an undergraduate. So while you're in school, things that you should know is not after school that you need to start knowing them, because when you start mounting on it while in school, it further aids the kind of opportunities that you get access to after school. So some of these opportunities, I'm going to be discussing them later, but now I want to quickly discuss the factors that affect the career choices that we make. So I'm not sure if it's projecting here. I'm not sure if you can see the introduction. Okay, so now one of the most difficult decisions and challenges that students have to make in life is their career choices. I went through the same, and I'm going to be sharing a bit of my story, which led me to even write a whole book, because when you are done with school, that's when you know that life is seriously not a joke. It's seriously not rosy. And you tend to now start making decisions by yourself. If while being an undergraduate, you've been having people make decisions for you. Oh, this is what to eat this morning. I'm giving you money for it. Get this and get it done. Oh, these are the books to buy. Get this and get it done. Oh, this is where to visit. Get this and get this. When you leave school, you become the sole director of your life. You're the one who decides what is next. You're the one who decides what is right. And that time, you find out that you become the person who drives yourself either to success or to becoming a failure. So now you want to understand how some of these difficult decisions that affect our career choices can be well managed. So now it involves the interaction of a number of factors that are closely interwoven. It requires a rigorous decision-making process, and it is not an easy assignment when it comes to making a decision as regards your career choice, because you become open to a lot of things. Number one, you might have graduated school as an historian or maybe a lawyer, or it's only very little percent of people who graduate as medical students who tend to go into other things. But as the major, let me say the semi-major courses that we have in schools today, a lot of people do not end up doing what they graduated with, which is fine, which is okay. So, but when you are done and you now have the opportunity to actually choose a career for yourself, then you get confused. You're seeing that this is helping people earn money, but you are not even interested in it. Take for instance, tech. Today, the world has been taken over by tech. A lot of people are doing tech. A lot of people are showing off what tech and becoming a tech person can give to you. And you, as a person, you're not so interested in this. This does not interest you. Probably maybe the coding aspect does not interest you. Probably maybe just sitting down with a computer is not of interest to you. And you're worried, you're trying to see, what can I do with my life? Tech is not the way. And other things are not even looking like it for you. This is just that point where you get confused, where you need help. And so it's very, very important that you lean on people around you. You lean on a counselor. You lean on workshops like this. You lean on seminars. You lean on people that can mentor you so that you get it right. All right, so this problem, I am glad to tell you that it's not just a Nigerian problem. A lot of people tend to think, oh, Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is terrible. Nigeria is the worst country on earth. Even if I'm sure a lot of people see movies outside the country. Yeah, you see how some of this, if you see all these teen movies, all these teen American movies, where they even have problems even choosing the school to go. Some of them want to go to Oxford. Oxford has rejected them so many times. Some of them want to go to Harvard. So I just want to say that it is everywhere. It's a global issue. When it comes to choosing the right career choice for yourself, it's a global issue when you're rejected. It's a global issue when you don't even know what to do or where to go into. So it is a person's profession or your choice is influenced also by a number of factors. It is influenced by your environment. It is influenced by your talent, your skills, and your academic success. So the academic success is always going to be a major part. But every other thing that you know how to do can be also an addition to why you land yourself the right profession, the right job, the right position for yourself. So let's assume that you graduated with a first class or a 2-1. The probabilities of you landing a lead role in a company or on an organization that you have applied to is, let me say, 90%, except that there could be other circumstances or other challenges as well that could deny you that access. But you need to understand that the moment you get that grade, the moment you could actually afford to even struggle, all the burning the night candles and all the study groups that you can attend, the library meetings, everything, after being able to do all of this and you land yourself a first class or a 2-1, I just want to say, please, just go and, I'm not going to say relax, but in a way, just be comfortable in your mind knowing that because a lot of these job offers that are coming out today, you see it there, 2-1, average of 2-1. These are the requirements. You are not going to negotiate it with them. They know why they need a 2-1 graduate. They know why they need a first class. They know why they need average of 2-1. So people with 2-2 or third class cannot apply. So it's important that you know that while your academic success can influence your career choice, there are also other things. So if it's the stage that you're at right now, you're losing on your academics, it's important to know that your talents, that is your skills, what you can do the most, what you have passion for, what you are very good at, can also get you a great job. Your skills, that is the things that you learn. You might not have the skill at the moment, but you are willing to go learn it. You're willing to go train. Some people take some years course to actually develop themselves after school. Some people take months courses online, physically, they pay for it. Some of them, they don't have money to pay for it, but you have access to the YouTube, you have access to data, you have access to the internet, you have access to a phone or a laptop. Then you can sit down after school or while you're still there right now to start working on skills that you can really use after school. So I want to say that a bad decision could end in failure and disappointment down the line. While this is true, I'm also a witness or a testimony of you can always do it again. There is no amount of career decisions that you can make that can, let me say, outrightly determine how your life ends, because you always get the chance to do it again. Whatever decision that you take on a course, on a career, and it doesn't end the way you want it to, I'm glad to say that you can always try it again. When I wrote my book, How to Keep Doing What You Love, I was the most confused person on earth. And then I needed everything within me to help me to know what next to do in my life. Right then, okay, just like the normal average Nigerian undergraduate, I had learned some skills. I learned how to make hair. I learned how to bake. What else did I learn? Okay, those were the two things as of then. And when I ended school, I realized that there were things that I love to do. I can't say that it was ego influenced that in a way, because then I started imagining myself making someone's hair. Then I went into wig making. So after I went into wig making, I just had some other excuses just to say, I don't want to do this thing. I just don't want to be found in these types of jobs. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. This is my own personal conviction. This might not be your story. This might not be what you do. But I'm just telling you how these challenges mounted up to the final decisions that I made. I'm still making decisions as regards my life because it has not ended there. And, I just want to say that, being confused is okay. Not knowing what to do yet is okay. And, applying for jobs that are not even in the line of what you want to become is also okay. So because then you can still do that job. It doesn't mean you're gonna do or live the rest of your life there. It's just for the meantime. You're building yourself. One, you're building your CV, you're building your portfolio, you're building your skills because you've gotten, whether you got that job as an intern or you got the job as a part-time job or you got the job even as a full-time job but you don't really love it. It is still an experience. It is still an experience that can open the door for you for a better job, a better opportunity that might not even be in line of what you have actually done before. So I'm going to move on to the next aspect of this, and I'm hoping that you're getting along with me as we're going into this training. So now I'm going to be discussing some of these challenges. I just have some infographics here that can also, put some pictures in your mind as to why some of these things happen this way. So now for the academic achievements, the living circumstances and attitude, they have all been shown as things or factors that influence a career choice of an individual. So just as you are right now, probably the living condition or the income of your parents, these are things that people tend to look at when they want to make a career choice. You might have everything in you or everything it takes. Maybe you even have the best grade, and then all you're just trying to do is leave the country and go do your master's outside the country, or you got a job and then it is now time to pay the ticket fee or the visa fee. That's where you are stuck. So you can see that there are so many challenges that are normal. They are called social challenges, they're called economic challenges. They are normal, they happen. But there are ways of actually going around it. There are ways of going around it. And that ways, they are always going to be revealed to you. The more you talk to people about it, the more you get, the more you open up about it, and the more you also intend to internalize about the way forward for yourself. So and also the parents' occupation, their academic level also can determine how far you go in your career. These are challenges. These are normal things that if a parent is not well learned, they might not always push you to become the best. And there are some parents who are not well learned, and also they are the cheerleader of their children to get the best academic grades, the best results, the best jobs out there. So the world is not balanced. But whatever is facing you at the moment, it's just best to know that you can always walk around it to still become the best at what you do. All right. So now I'm going to be speaking on the limiting factors, and these limiting factors are things I've spoken about. Still an infographics. Yeah, so it's just the individual's environment, the talents, the skills. These are things that can influence either by enhancing you or by hindering you from getting the job or the career choice that you desire. So now the financial prospect is one of the things I've spoken about. The educational level of parents, their profession and income, attitude, life circumstances, and academic achievements are also reasons or the hindering factors or aiding factors of why you get the best job. Now, the majority of the time, getting good grades is crucial to avoiding restrictions on your profession. So a lot of times people say school is scam. I don't know, but as for me, maybe when I was an undergraduate as well, I thought, yeah, can you hear me? Sorry, I just wanted to say something. All right, please, can I go on?
Yes, please continue.
All right, thank you. All right, so why some people tend to say school is scam, it's important to know that school has never been and will never be a scam. It might be difficult to go through the process, maybe because you find it not so interesting, maybe because you find it not so aligned with even what matters the most to you at the moment. But it's important to know that school is not scam, because education can take you from the trenches and can take you from the slums and take you around the world. Because it's not just by graduating. That's why I said stay informed. Stay informed on the opportunities that are available to students. There are so many. There are so many volunteering, internships, scholarships, fellowships. There are so many opportunities that are available to students that even your results might not even really have anything to do with you getting these opportunities. While some, it's your results. Some, they'll just tell you they need first class. Maybe they need 100 first class, and they are given a scholarship to in engineering, in medicine, in this, that. And then they just take them out of the country. And you might have not, you might have not maybe be as affiliated or associated with a family that is financially stable enough to even sponsor a journey to Abuja. You might not even have anything to do with anybody that can give you money to go out of Ibadan for anything, for any reason. But because you have attained the right academic level, the opportunity is coming to you right there in your room, just by scrolling on your phone or on your laptop, and then you landed on the link that is telling you apply for this, and you just jet out of the country. So these are things that are very real. It's happening every day. Some people will not tell you their story now. They'll tell you in 10 years to come, when all coast is clear, everything has aligned, everything has done, and then they'll just randomly talk about how they got there. So there are some jobs that they will specify that they want candidates with second class or first class. Graduates that did not get second class or first, will end up losing the opportunity. So it's important to know that you pursue the right academic level, right? Okay, so in order not to lose your chances at jobs that could change your life, I think that's see that. Okay, in order not to lose your chances at jobs that can change your life, please work hard to get a good grade. So running into the next part, but I would love to interact right now because I'm not just presenting, but the whole fact that I have to present here is making me lose track on how you're listening and your points, if you have anything to say. So please, does anyone have any question before I go forward? Because I know I have 5 minutes left after now. So do we have questions as regards, getting the right skill or being informed about the opportunities that you can get access to? All right, please, are we listening? Is anyone here that would love to ask a question? You can please unmute your mic. Let me hear the question. All right.
Comfort. I don't know, Miss Comfort.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You have the floor.
Good evening, ma. Okay, so I have a question and is pertaining to the academics life. So I have a question regarding how can I effectively manage my academics, because at some point it feels like you're giving so much to it, but then the result is not showing. You're not getting the desired results that you want. So do we keep trying? Because it's actually very discouraging to be giving all your best into something and then you see people that don't even
trying? Do you want to stop trying? Do you want to? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What's the name? I didn't catch the name. What's the name?
I'm Comfort.
Okay, your level and which school?
Professor.
Oh, I'm in 400 level, University of Ibadan.
All right, great. Okay, so you said that do you stop trying because you're putting everything in it and you're not getting results?
Well, the desire is not to stop trying. The desire is, okay, how else can I try? Since I'm trying my best, and it seems like it's not working. Which
Okay, so
other way
what
can
have you
I
been
try?
trying? Not working.
Okay, I understand in terms of academics. Recently, our result is out, and actually my CGPA depreciated from what it was before, and it's
I
really,
can,
really disappointing. Can you hear me?
can you please call
Sorry, ma.
waiting for us? I can't hear Comfort very well. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you, please. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm saying that in terms of the recent results that was released, I discovered that I dropped. And this particular time, I know how hard I tried for some particular courses that I gave in my very, very best. Like talking about when it comes to reading, I spent like a week on these courses because I know, yes, it's not my field. They are science courses and I'm not in the science field. But when the result was out, I was seeing 50. I wasn't expecting that because when it was during the exam, I knew what I read, I knew what I wrote. So it's releasing and I'm seeing that I'm very, very, very disappointed. It was more as if, oh, I'm trying so much, but then there's no evidence to show that I am trying. So I'm asking, is there any other way that one can try, or do we just keep trying where it doesn't come out, we just accept that and then keep going its life?
First of all, like you said, you keep trying. Yes, of course, you have to keep trying. But like I try to understand why the results that came out this this last semester, right, didn't actually meet your point of expectations. Could be different reasons. Number one, if you're in arts, I discovered something. Are you in arts or in the sciences?
I'm in art, so I had the courses in the sciences. I gave my best to it, so it won't affect, but it still didn't meet up.
Okay, it still didn't meet up. So now
Yes.
this could be your chance to actually self-evaluate. If it's not due to the fact that normally it has been that way, maybe it has not. Maybe your records of your academics has never been that way, and it's recently so. I would first of all say you self-evaluate. What have you been doing before that you stopped doing? Do you understand? There's sometimes we just slack. We just want to say, please let me just shoot. Maybe that way you've been putting so much effort in it in that way, and you just decide, see this one, I'm not gonna put in that same effort. Let me just take some steps back, and maybe that's just maybe. But at the same time, if you feel like you're putting everything into it and it's still not giving you the desired result, it might be maybe because your whole focus is just to get that result. Do you understand? And you're not allowing yourself to actually have a balance at all that thing. There are sometimes when you're struggling to get something and you're putting all the struggle into the face of the thing, you might not get it. That's just it. But sometimes when you just start to break it down into bits and you're not putting, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, like you're not putting all the energy of, oh, I must get it, I must get it. If you're not that person, there are some people that day in, day out, they are always in the libraries. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you're not someone like that who is not giving yourself a chance for a break, do you understand? It might be the reason why you did not get desired, because maybe by the time it was time to finally answer those questions, you do not have you do not have the capacity to deliver because you've been stressed out. You have worn out yourself while trying to read and prepare for the exams, and now when it's time for the exams, you couldn't actually deliver the right way. But at the same time, if this is not a reason, or this is not one of the things that you can relate to, I would believe that internalizing by yourself is something that can come in here at this time. You can actually internalize and list out the things that had previously worked for you. List out the things that had previously worked for you, and also highlight the things that have actually been of a challenge. And maybe you're thinking about something. See, as students, and we think a lot. Is it the way to feed? Is it the way? Sometimes some of us have even started disturbing ourselves with careers on what we want to do. When I was in my school then, I was selling bags. I sold things. Do you understand? So some of us was already even worried about money as of the time of being a student. So you need to know which comes first, like I said, the secondary and the primary goal, so that you can have that social life and academic life balance. I'm not going to say be all into academics, because when you are done, even what you graduated with, you might not use it. But we are not here for that. We're here to tell you that please work hard on the academics so that you can use it. Don't say you cannot, you might not use it. Hey, you will use it. See, as a matter of fact, I didn't even know I was going to do my master's. Now I'm trying to get my PhD done. I never knew I was going to use my master's, and all thanks to the fact that I graduated with a result that was good enough to afford me my master's. Imagine I left school with a third class or a pass. You won't even have masters in view. Do you understand? So you need to have that grade, get the grades by all means. So please keep trying. It's not negotiable. You need to keep trying. So please, can I take more questions? Moderator, it's like we have 2 more here.
Yes, should I read out the ones in text?
Yes, please, kindly do that. Thank you.
I think the questions are about time management. The first one from Miss Lois is that, please, what's the best time management strategy I can use in my academics? How can I be able to manage my time effectively for both studying and learning some other skills as well? That's the question from Miss Lois.
All
Should I
right.
go ahead and read the
Much,
second one? Okay.
Thank you. Let me answer that, because it's very, very crucial. At this time management, it determines the results that you get at both. So if you're not managing your time very well, you might fail at both. That's just it. Like you might fail in your academics and also fail at the skill that you're learning. So time management, knowing which should actually come in now and which should come in later, is important. Take for instance, if your course is not a course that requires you to be available like 100%, like 100% being available, you want to see, is important to start seeking out things that you can do. There are some courses that maybe it's just twice, 3 times in a week that you meet. Maybe it's just 4 times in a week. Your weekends can be used for the skill, because see, in this Nigeria that you are today, I don't know about any other country that you might be and you're listening to me. It's important to have a skill. It is important to graduate with a skill, not even when you're done with the school that you now start thinking, oh, so what should I learn? That time that you're in school, a lot of your mates have actually done a lot of things that you just want to start doing. So, but also it's good to know that you're managing your time so that you can so that when it's time for the exams, it's time to get your tests done. You know that you're not negotiating anything. You're not gambling. Don't gamble with your education. Don't say, okay, that's when one of the trainers are going to come. Oh, there's a seminar, there's a workshop that I have to attend. You see all these tests, you see all these attendances. Those are the things that drops our scores. These are the things that deprives us of the results that we want. When you're missing out on classes and you just assume that the lecturer is not going to be strict enough to say he or she wants to use the attendance mark. See, you're losing out 2 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks for people who do not, they're not the one that is going to use the result. It is you. So ensure that when you list out, you can have a calendar. Students, have a calendar. You paste it just by your wall just to know, okay, these are my free times. These are my free moments. And this is what I can do at this moment. That is not going to gamble with what I have applied to do. What I have applied to do. So please just ensure that you are the one who directs or who leads how you respond academically and your skills. Be the one who makes that decision for yourself. You look into it and put in the right time frame. There's time frame for everything. If you're learning a skill for 2 months, there can be a way to divide it. You don't have to do it at a go. It's not that when you're supposed to be taking a test, you are forgotten because you are somewhere, you are learning coding, you are learning how to do website design, you're learning how to plait egg or something. So ensure that you yourself, you're strictly saying, this course, I must graduate with something very tangible. So that way, you're going to always know that this is the primary goal, this is the secondary goal as of now. So that I think that answers your question.
Okay. Please, are you satisfied with the answer? We have another question on grandma. Can I go ahead and read that? Let's wait for our response. Hello, ma. Should I go ahead and read the next question, please?
Yes, please, you can. Thank you so much.
Okay. I graduated then work. I am graduate. Okay, I think I graduated then work and study at the same time. But my work takes the big part of my time. Actually, I work daily 18 hours in the day. Maybe 1 or 2 days in the month are free, and sometimes not. So what's the effect? Okay, what's the strategy to manage that? Okay, that's coming from, I don't know, I can't read his name. Ma, did you get the question? I think his question is that he works through.
Yeah, I'm being conflicted. Is this person say I graduated or you're still? I don't get.
I don't know. I really do not get, but I think he works and study at the same time, and he works 18 hours in a day, and I think there are no. I think he has just 2 days in the week, okay, in the month to rest. So now I think he's asking that how can he manage that effectively? I don't know. I don't know, and he's not online here to give clarifications. I think I don't know. I don't know how to. Okay.
Oh, I'll
Maybe we should wait for him to.
probably they unmute their mic so
Okay.
that
Okay. He's here. He's online. Mr. Ali is online. He's from Egypt. Please, I don't know if you can give more clarifications or you on your mic and speak to the speaker. So you are running out of time. Please, can you do that for us?
Hello. Hello, Ma.
Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
you hear
We
me?
can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So my question is that I can't manage my daily life about the time and how to take the risks of my choices and how to get rest or work daily or actually I'm confused. I don't know how to do that in the same time. And I heard your advice about working hard and continuous studying in the academic way. Okay, but I think it's put myself in a trouble uh, with my life. How to manage it in the part to have a balanced life. Are you get that?
And I think generally what you're trying to address here is time management that applies to you while you're working as an individual out there after being a graduate.
Yes.
All right. So
And I want to study. I want, in the same time, I want to study and to get my dream or to have what I want from
Okay, please,
from the
can I come in now? We
yes,
have
please.
Okay,
we
thank
have
you.
a session for time management. I think more of the questions are coming from this particular aspect, and I don't know if I can say that we should be patient because we are having another speaker that will talk solely on time management. I think by then you get more clarifications on these time management issues and all. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Miss
I
Catherine, please, do you still want to drop your question? Are you online?
I've dropped the question already. Good evening. Good evening, ma. Good evening, everybody.
Okay. Good evening. Okay. I can see that. Okay, Ms. Delacroix, I want to read now. When
All
you're
right.
having more opportunities career-wise as a student, it is wise to sacrifice the CGPA. So is it wise to sacrifice the CGPA on the fact that you can pursue those career opportunities? The CGPA might not be that bad, but you could have done better if you concentrate more. Okay, what's your question exactly? Are you trying to say that can you sacrifice your CGPA to pursue other career opportunities?
Yes, I'm trying to say is, for example, your CGPA is currently good, but you're not thinking of, you know, acquiring more skills. And yes, you already have like a pathway you want to walk, you know what next to do, you want to take this step, you want to take this step. But if you take them and those opportunities, your CGPA might have a problem. So is it wise to just stick on building your CGPA and maybe later you can continue with those things? Or, as per Nigeria, you can't just, only certificate cannot guarantee your success. So you as well pursue those things and let the CGPA just be whatever you want to be at the end of the day. So that's what I'm trying to ask. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Does Miss Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, ma, I can hear you, ma.
All right, please. So now what you're trying to say now is that is it good to sacrifice, or is it advisable to sacrifice your CGPA for a career choice that's like for you, right?
Yes, ma. Yes,
All
ma.
right. It's not. Never be, because I know there are some offers that comes to us as students, because some of our students are very enterprising these days. You come across a student, and you would not believe that this person is still a student. With the way students package themselves today, with the way they dress, with the way they are involved in things, you would not believe that this person is a student. So, but it's also very important to know that above everything, you were a student first before those opportunities came. If you were not a student, the opportunities would never come to you. So it's important to know that you take it a step at a time. If you finish school and that opportunity did not come again, you start to regret, and you please just look at your CGPA and say, okay, I did well. Do you understand? So put everything, strive, do everything to ensure that. I can't overemphasize how much a good result can turn your life around. I don't know the situation that you're in at the moment, and you're just like, oh, even when I'm done, what can I do with this result? You're not the one that's going to determine that. Let your results, let it speak for you. Just put every effort, every time you got into getting that result, because you will see that there are some things. Okay, I saw a tweet just like last week, and someone tweeted, it's today that this my result, pay me pass. Do you understand? This person graduated with a 2-2. This person was trying to enter into Harvard as a lawyer. He wanted to actually further his studies as a lawyer. They said it was only available for first class students. You will now start to think about the times when you took it to levity and something, and it's not because you're not going to get other opportunities. Of course, other opportunities will come, but it will not be as sumptuous, as great, as incredible as the ones that you are aiming towards. So while you still have the time to get it right, please work hard on it. Work hard at it. All these skills, all this everything, they still can be managed. You can still do it side by side. There's still a best way to just, when the person that is going to speak on time management comes in, I hope they do explain better on how you can, have a work and social life balance, where you can still be able to perform other activities that are going to make you a human that can be reckoned with. Because some people leave school without manners. They leave school without character. They leave school without the right charisma. They leave school without the right self-esteem. They are not confident. Some people will leave school with those results. Upon everything, they won't even be able to speak in a gathering. They don't have what it takes to actually address people or even use that result to command the respect that it deserves. So you need to have the balance, your social life, your career-wise, and also the academic balance. So I think that should answer your question, Miss Catherine. And
Yes,
please,
ma'am.
all right.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right. So let me
Thank
just quickly
you
take that
so much.
I know my time is fast spent already.
Yes,
And
the time is yes.
all right. So this is gonna be my conclusion. I just want to say that a person's working life is comprised of a series of roles, jobs. That's the last part, which is the career choices that we make. So now the working life is comprised of the series of roles, the good roles that you get when you apply to a job, and then the jobs, the occupations that make up for your career. So the choice of a career has a significant impact on how students feel about their chosen fields of study and the success they go on to accomplish in them. So all these departments that you're in at the moment, they are factors that are leading you to where you want to be. So please take them with all seriousness, with all joy that I've gotten this thing right, so I'm going to do it the best way. So now my concluding note to you is that make sure that you get access to information that will enhance your skills. Think, you might be local, you might be in the local ground right now, but don't think local. You just don't believe that this is everything for you. Don't think local. So you might be local here, but act global. The way you think might be, I want to go and eat eba tomorrow. I want to go and eat amala. But the way you act might be, I'm applying for that fellowship as soon as I'm done with reading today. I'm applying for that internship. Do you understand? There are some remote jobs that can come to you as a student that is going to be helping you. So in fact, at the moment you're done like this, when you will show the people you want to show your CV, you might have been working even like before, this 7 years work experience. You might have already have 5. You might have already have 3. You might already have 4. You might already have 1. 1 is not bad. So start from wherever you can start. And I hope that at the end of it all, you make the right career choices for yourself. The last thing I'm not going to put out is have God. Get closer to God. I know a lot of people do not encourage talking about God when it comes to conferences and seminars, but I mean, who is your maker? Who is the one that can really direct you into making the right career decision for yourself, which you would be comfortable in, and you know that, I'm actually just in the best path. So whenever you get confused, talk to mentors, talk to people you see as role models, and talk to God. It can never lead you astray. So I wish you all the best in your academic endeavors, and I hope that we're going to meet you at the top as well. You're meeting us at the top. We're meeting you at the top. Everyone is going to be happy with their decisions at the end of the day. Thank you for having me. My name is Omodolapo Jayola once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Modolapo.
Thank you so much.
Please let's encourage. Let's thank our okay. I can see the thank you coming
Thank you
in.
very, very
Thank
much, ma'am, for
you.
that.
As we've just heard, we need God, we need information, we need mentors, we need internship. You just need the right information to navigate easily. We all know that balancing academics with other expression as a student can be challenging, but when you go through the right procedure, it's going to be very easy. Thank you. So now we have to move to our second section. And I would like to introduce the next speaker to us. The next session is tools for time management and scheduling and system building. And this session will be taken by no other person than Onome Omashola. Now, let me quickly read about Onome Omashola is a multi-influential woman. Can you hear me, please? Hello?
Hello,
Can you
yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear you.
Okay. Please let me quickly go through the bio. Onome Omashola is a multi-influential woman with a mandate to birth, equip, nurture, and raise sons and daughters for God using her multi-dimensional expressions as a visionary entrepreneur, project manager, life coach, equiper, girl child education activist, Christian creative. As a visionary entrepreneur, she believes that entrepreneurship is an opportunity to be a blessing to others and reach a larger audience through her business expression as an events planner, creative director of Moon Events and Ushers, an event coordinator at More Events View, and an online air vendor, creative director, Moon Air Industry. She's also the founder of Shield Initiative, the organizer of this powerful conference, an NGO commissioned to sponsoring and mentoring higher institution ladies in school, and so far the organization has been able to assist almost 10 ladies in paying their school fees and also mentor and equip young ladies with the right knowledge and necessary skills in living a purposeful life. I know Akoi should be pointing in the comment section right now because this is not just an ordinary person. As a life coach, she helps orientate, groom, and equip young people to become who God purposed them to be in life and relationship building. She also holds their hands as she journeys with them in the path of strategic divine direction, self-discovery, purpose discovery, and managing as well as executing their ideas. And all of this she does through her mentorship platform at Mighty Nations Academy. And so far, she has helped coach over 70 ladies who are now producing magnificent impacts in their spheres of influence. As an author, she has authored 2 masterpieces. First is Love Truly Enough. The book has helped liberate, reignite, and redefine relationships in a divine way. Second, 30 Days Intentional Journaling Growth Manual, an ebook to help you discover yourself, gain more clarity about your relationships, help you understand the state of your mind, help you build a better mindset, and to help you document your unique spiritual journey and how God details with you. Now, let's welcome our next speaker. She's just like a mentor to so many. I don't know if she's ready. Let's welcome Miss Onome Omashola to take the next session on tools for time management and scheduling and system building. Please, you are welcome. You have the floor now, please. Miss Onome, are you
Yeah,
there?
I'm
Okay,
here.
okay. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, God's gift. God bless you. Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing? I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much for that reading of the bio, of my bio. That was so sweet. I mean, I was like, wait, so is that me? Like, seriously? Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone. But I want to first and foremost appreciate our first speaker. Thank you so much, Miss Amondolapo. We really appreciate you. That was such an awesome and powerful session. I mean, I learned a lot, even though, I'm not a student, but what she shared is actually what I feel everyone needs at any point of your life. So it was really a rare gem that we got tonight. Thank you so much for that valuable teaching session. I celebrate you. I mean, we celebrate you and we appreciate you. Thanks so much, everyone, for staying till this time. And I want to implore you not to go anywhere because it's about to get later. It's about to get hotter. So my topic is actually to talk about time management tools and how you can structure your life as a student. So I will really be focusing on time management skills, and I was so glad hearing questions around time management. And really, that is why we are here. That is the theme of our conference. The theme of our conference is to teach you on how you can manage your time, right, to accommodate other things you do as a student. So it's really so nice seeing those questions. It shows that we really know why we are here. And I'm so glad that the first speaker really did justice to that, talking about prioritization, talking about the things that you need to do, knowing the things that are super important to you and, prioritizing them. So not doing what is less important at the most important time of your life, just putting priority to the things you do. And that was a lot. She spoke about mentorship as well. When you get to a stage as a student and you feel like, see, I don't understand what is going on with me anymore. It's like this education of a thing. It's like I don't even have a life in this school. You should have people you really talk to, people you look up to, and you be like, ma, I understand the fact that you're a graduate, or even like maybe a school sees or someone that is really doing well in school, and you be like, you're in part 4 and you are doing well. I mean, how were you able to manage your time doing these things and these things? And then she also made mention of attending conferences like this, and that is so profound. I mean, so that is just to do a little recap of the things I was able to really hold on to during our session. And this is me telling you that you should not leave, because we are just about to get started. So thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. We're really excited to have you. I mean, we put this conference together and you guys showed up. There's no conference without you guys. I mean, you made our effort count, and it's so applaudable. So I want to celebrate you, and I want to say thank you for taking this time to be here. Some people saw this opportunity and they just, they did as if, oh, what are they doing there? I don't care. But you actually, you registered, and not just that, you showed up. I mean, it's worth commending you for. So let's quickly dive in, into tonight's teaching, and I trust God for utterance, right? I'm not yet to really talk of my own accord. I'm not trying to spiritualize things here, but really, yeah, I'm just here to, just as I'm giving utterance, let me just say it. I really don't have a slide, but yeah, I try to prepare some things based on my own personal experience. And I'm a teacher by gift. I believe I'm an equiper, right? It is something that I just do naturally and I enjoy doing. So I would like to talk more from my experience so that I can drive this thing home, right? I won't really go I won't make it far-fetched, so that you won't feel like all these things that you are saying. I really like to use myself as an example, so that you know that this thing is actually possible and you can do it, right? You will know that, see, you can really do better with your academics, do well. I mean, graduate with excellent CGPA and actually still excel in building career, leveraging on your skills, developing your talents and the things God has, put inside of you as a student, and you flourish by doing them all. Because why not? I mean, why not? The first thing I want you to know is that you have the capacity to do that particular thing that is in your heart to do. That particular thing you've been envisioning to do, that dream that you carry inside of you that is burning so strongly. Even though you're a student, you have the ability to do it. That is why God entrusted the vision into your hand. There is one thing I love to say anywhere I get to. I said, see, God is not a waster of resources. If God gives you a vision, he knows the vision can thrive in your hand. That is why he's giving you. If God knows that this vision cannot thrive in your hand, in your life, in your mind, in your heart, he will not give it to you, because he doesn't like to waste resources. So if God is actually entrusting you with an idea, even though you're a student, that means you have what it takes to bet that idea. And that is why we are here tonight. See, I'm not just here to teach. I'm here to actually refuel your energy. I'm here to let you see the possibilities that you carry. I'm aware that there will be some people here, and there are some people here that, you are tired. You feel like, see, maybe we should just live. Let me just live an average life. This CGPA say whatever comes. Let me just live my life. I'm here to let you know that, see, that thing you want to do, you can do it, and you should not give up on yourself yet. And I'm going to be telling you how you should do that, right? I'm not just there to encourage you alone. I'm going to be teaching you practical tips that you can really lay hold on, that you can really start to leverage on, as to how you can really start to manage your time well as a student. So are you guys ready for me? I love this energy. See, you need to show me at the comment section that you're ready for me, so that we come. When you're ready for me too, I'm ready. Well, I'm here to come and teach you, but I need to see that you're ready. So let me see at the comment section. Are you ready for me? Are you really ready? Ready. You guys should keep it coming. I want to see it. I mean, we have like over 40 participants here. So let me see the energy. Are you ready? Readily ready. I love it. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming, guys. Yeah, E for energy, R for ready. I love it. Okay, guys, so let's start already. I'm so glad to see the energy and the excitement. So yeah, I'm here to talk about how you can manage your time as a student and for you to deliver exceptional results with your life. The first thing I would like to say on this list is it is important for you as a student to discover yourself. Self-discovery. Self-discovery is really important. Self-discovery, that is the first point I want you to really lay hold on as a student. And you should never forget, self-discovery is important. Do you know why? Because you are different from every other person you see. You see your ability, the things you can do, the way you can manage your time, the things you can do part-time, the capacity of things you can really handle at a time is really different from every other person, right? I have studied it and I've seen that work for me, and I will use myself as a practical example. When I entered school, I studied in OAU, right? OAU, like Obawa University. I don't want to cause fights, but I went to OAU. Okay, so that's not why we are here. But I went to OAU, and when I entered the school, the first thing I heard was that this pizza though, there's no way you want to graduate with first class. I heard all of those things. I mean, I was like, okay, and I've always been in this book like, I have to graduate with a first class. All this thing that they are saying, it has to be first class. So when I start hearing, and this thing, the school is hard, it will be difficult for you to graduate with first class, and the likes, I was like, so what should I do? Like, what should I do? Then when I got to school, there was this pressure here and there because I wanted to do well. So I started reading day and night. I'll go read, I'll go do night reading. I'll leave my stay around 11 p.m., come back around 3 a.m. I will dress up, go for lecture. And I was in education, and then education student, 7 o'clock like this, you must be at the lecture theater, because there will not be space for you anymore, right? It was that serious. So by 5 a.m. I must be awake so that I'll be ready in good time. And then after that, we normally have like this 3 hours break, I think between 1 p.m. till about 4 p.m. in my department. So that time again, I'll go to the library. I will start reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. So I was just reading, and then I was reading, and I was doing well, right? I was doing well, but at the point when I got to part 2, part 1, I had a beautiful result. It was cool. When I got to part 2, I just during this period of my time reading day and night, I was feeling uncomfortable because I could not do the things. Sorry. Because I could not do the things I really want to do. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. So I could not do the things I really want to do, and I was not happy. There is this this dissatisfaction within me. Even though I was doing fine with my academics, I just feel like I cannot just be reading around the clock as a student. I should be able to do other things. I've always had this passion to really be more, right? So part 2, I decided that I was not going to do night reading anymore. The break I have from 12 to 4, I'll go and read. And during my time of studying day and night, I realized that I assimilate very fast. Like, I assimilate very fast. In fact, the people we do go to the lecture theater to read together, I would have finished reading within the space of 1 hour, 2 hours, and they will still be reading, and they'll be like, "Onomi, are you done?" I'll be like, "I'm done." And I will really read, I will really understand and remember everything I've read. So it got to a point that I was like, okay, so why am I reading 4 hours at night and then during the day 4 hours? And then I feel like, let me sleep, let me rest well at night. So I will read during my break, and I started doing that in part 2. Guess what? My part 2 result was better, much more better than my part 1 result. And you know what? I was able to rest well, and I was even able to start thinking about, what are the extracurricular activities I can engage while in school. So at night, when I was meant to go to read with my colleagues, I was busy, trying to make some research as to how I can put my skills to work, even as a student. So I was able to channel my time to other things because I discover myself. I realized that, see, babe, you assimilate fast. So there's no point reading both day and night, right? See, some people read both day and night, and it works well for them because, there are some people that they really need a slow pace to really learn, assimilate. But for me, I realized that, okay, I assimilate faster. So if you actually discover yourself, if you realize that, see, it takes me a longer time to assimilate. So there's a way you can really structure your time. Okay, since I assimilate for a very, it takes me a longer time to assimilate. I need to, okay, how can I, divide my time? I will read 2 hours at night. I will read 2 hours in the afternoon during my break. Then after lecture 6 p.m., I will quickly go to the library, read from about 6 to like 7 p.m. And then I will go to the room, sleep early, maybe from 8 p.m. to like 10 p.m. I will sleep. And then maybe by 10 p.m. I will quickly go to, the lecture theater to go read. And then from 10 to 12 or 10 to 1 a.m., I will go read. Then by 1 a.m., I will come back to my hostel, sleep. 5 o'clock, I'm awake. So that way, you'll be able to structure your time, because you realize that, see, I could not, personally, I realized that I can't really assimilate like other people. So I need a longer period of time to read. So how can I then structure my time as a student to be able to accommodate, how can I, if I need like 5 hours to read, how can I break down those hours into my schedule so that I'll be able to read for 5 hours and I'll still not feel worn out? Instead of you crash reading from, morning to night, and then, or maybe from 12 to 5 a.m. Some people, they will read 12 to 5 a.m. From there, they'll go to the lecture room. And then from lecture room, you go from one lecture to the other, from morning to like 6 p.m. From 6 p.m., you go to fellowship again. Fellowship to like about 9 p.m., 10 p.m. When you get to your room, they will even be begging you to eat. 10 p.m. again, you're already thinking, how can I go to the lecture? I want to go and read. I want to go and read. There's a way you can really manage your time. But the first thing is that you must know yourself. Self-discovery is really important. You really need to know yourself. You really need to know yourself, know how fast you assimilate, know the things that are distractions to you. I realize that personally, I can read anywhere. Trust me. If there is music, I can read. If there is noise, I can read. If there is noise, I can read. I can read anywhere. But you see, some people, you need to read in a place that is extremely quiet. For someone like you can't just see, I can be in the hostel with my roommates and I'm reading. And that's the truth. And then some people like, hey, we'll be gisting and gisting and gisting. But you cannot compare yourself to me because I'm already reading. But some people, they dare not. They should not. They should not. They dare not, because you can't assimilate. So someone like that, comparing yourself, Onome used to read in the room. Let me try it now. When you know that any noise like this, in fact, it will take you like 20 minutes before you can get your bearing back. For someone like that, you now need to, I will have to go to the library. I will need to collect, take my library card. I will have to go to the library. If you have 2 hours break, 3 to 5 p.m., I have to go to the library because I need to stay in a quiet environment for me to assimilate. So you don't compare yourself. You see different people in your room, your roommates, your bunkmates, but you see the way we all exhibit is different. So this is my personal experience that I'm sharing with you when I was in school. And trust me, when I got to my part 4 as well, part 4 is the most busiest year that people feel like, you have projects, you have things to do. But you know what? My part 4 for me was like the year that I really have time to do quite a number of things. I remember I joined a dance crew in my part 4. And people were asking me, Onome, people are writing projects, you are dancing. I said, I have to dance because I realized that, see, I love dancing. And my 4 years in school, I could not do it. So this last year that I have, let me dance. And I was dancing, but this is because I've discovered myself and I know how I do manage my time properly. I know when I read and I assimilate. So the 2 hours break that I have in the afternoon, I would have gone to the library. I don't joke my library time. My library card is always intact. Some people, they used to sleep in the library. It's not your fault. Library doesn't work for you. Fine. Just what works for you. You see, a lot of struggles we are facing as students is because you've not really taken time to know yourself. You need to discover yourself and stop comparing yourself with other people. Some people go to the library to go and read because almost all of their roommates go to the library to go and read. But library never works for you. When you go to the library, you are sleeping. People say, Iwe, but you know that you've gone to the library to sleep. There's no point deceiving yourself, right? So when people are trying to you are not, see, in school, that is one thing I love the university for. You are not trying to form for anybody. No, it's your CGPA. There's no first position, last position. So you need to really know what works for you. So if other people are going to the library and library doesn't work for you, don't force it. If you know that it's lecture theater that works for you at night when everybody's already asleep, then you come back to the hostel during that break time that you have to come and sleep. So when you sleep, when other people are now sleeping at night, you carry your bag and go to where you can read, that you will not sleep. You need to first and foremost, as a student, discover yourself. See, if you can discover yourself and you know your ability, you know your stretch hold, you know the extent. See, some people want to read for 6 hours, but you don't have that ability. There are some people that 30 minutes. I have a friend that she is very smart, intelligent, but the longest time she can read at a spot is 30 minutes. 30 minutes. She cannot read longer than 30 minutes. Our attention span is 30 minutes. You see, the moment it is 30 minutes like this, she's already scrolling through her phone. Oh, So anytime she's going to the library, do you know what she does? If she's going to the library to read for 3 hours, she knows that she's reading for 2 hours. She knows that the remaining 1 hour is for scrolling, is for trying to get my attention back. That is what she does. That is how she does her thing. But someone like me, I can read for 6 hours at a stretch. It is what it is. So if I go to the library like this and I want to read, I can read like that without standing up at a particular spot. I can stay like that, but not everybody can. So that's my friend that can't stay longer than 30 minutes. Comparing herself with me, there's no way she wants to assimilate. So you should really know yourself, discover yourself, know what works best for you, and stop comparing yourself with other people. Oh, I'm sorry about so as I was saying, that you really need to know what works best for you. It is really, really important, right? I believe you are catching it. So see, if this is the only thing you're getting tonight, trust me, I can tell you that it will really save you from a lot of headache. It's really going to stress you. Really, really, really going to. So if you really want to excel as a student, the first thing you want to know is to discover yourself. I feel like I'm really staying so much on this point, but let's go to the next one. I believe you are still together, and I believe you're learning already. I believe you are still together, and I believe you are learning. You see, I love it when you talk back at me so that I will know we are still here. So now the second thing is for you to build a structure that works. Build a structure that works. I believe that by the end of this session tonight, as an undergraduate, you should go back and think, okay, so how can I really get better? Okay, these things that I've learned now, you need to go to Pinterest. We want to talk about time management skills and time management tools, right? So one of the tools that I use, you go to Pinterest. You said self-discovery questions. Go and type it on Pinterest. Self-discovery questions. Pinterest will give you nothing less than 150 questions that you can ask yourself and sincerely answer to really know what works for you as an individual. There's some, the problem we have with ourselves, the reason why we don't know who we are is because we actually do not spend time in solitude. We don't ask ourselves, some questions. We don't self-introspect. You really need to start practicing the skill of self-introspection. What works for me? So you go to Pinterest, type it, self-discovery. Pinterest is an app. If you don't have it, you go to your Google app store, download it. Pinterest. Go there, self-discovery questions. Pinterest will give you nothing less than 150 questions, and I'm not capping. You will now start asking yourself those questions. By the time you are done, you will see, in fact, you will discover yourself in a way that you never discovered yourself before. Are you a night person? Are you a day person? This is self-discovery. Some of you, 9 p.m., you are down. Nothing can keep you awake. In fact, if you're a night person or if you're a morning person, just signify in the comment section. Let us know. I want to know we are here. So sorry about that. Okay, I'm fine now. If you're a morning person, let me see you. Some people, they are morning person. See, you're a morning person, right? Yes. Night person, right? Amazing. So that means we really know ourselves. Okay, morning, good, amazing. I love it. See, I'm a night person. Good. You see, you know herself. If you're a night person, then you should maximize your night time to really read. If you're a night person and you want to build a career or you want to leverage on a skill while being a student, the night time is when you should really go to Google, make some research. This skill that I want to learn, how can I learn it? What do I need to do? What should I put in place? You maximize your night session. So if you feel like I'm a night person and what morning just doesn't work for me, so you can really sleep early. Maybe you get back from lecture by 7 p.m. You can sleep from like 7 p.m. to about 10 p.m., right? So after sleeping till 10 p.m., you cannot wake up by 10 p.m. and then you read from about 10 p.m. till about 3 a.m. Then from 3 a.m., you can sleep back, maybe 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. But the point is that you still have enough time to rest. So while your roommates are joking, just going around, going to parties, attending, you are busy resting because you must be awake at night to study. You must be awake at night to do some research on the career path you want to tread as a student. That is how you manage your time. If you're a morning person, you will sleep early. If you sleep early, you wake up early. When you sleep early, you wake up early. So you will sleep early so that you can wake up early, right? So if you are a morning person, you will sleep early, maybe around 7 p.m., right? Or 8 p.m. or whatever works for you. And you wake up as early as 3 a.m. when everywhere is still quiet. Then you take your book, you read your book. Of course, that's after doing your devotion for Christians. You take your book and then you read your book, you journal. Oh, what, you see these things might look little, but these are the tips that we're actually practicing that is really helping people. See, if you see people that are really doing fine and you have the opportunity to really engage them, they will tell you. See, if you can really know the routines, people's routines, big men routine, you can achieve their results. You see, there's some routines you should not joke with. So you wake up in the morning, you after doing your devotion, then you journal. Oh, what happened to me yesterday? What did I do well? What did I not do well? Why was I happy yesterday? If I was happy, what were the things that made me happy? If I was unhappy, what were the things that made me unhappy? If you know the things that made you unhappy yesterday, you will know how to avoid them so that you will not be unhappy today, because you've realized that anytime you're unhappy, it affects your productivity. You should know your trigger. You know the things that triggers your mood to really be in the mood to work. You should know the things that triggers your mood to that anytime that these things really happen to you, there's nothing that can ever make you read. You see, these are some of the things you really need to take note of or take notice of as a student. These are the things you should pay attention to. These are what we call self-discovery activities. You should know the things that makes me, if I'm not happy, see, there's nothing you want to tell me. That is why I used to guard my heart. I don't keep offense as much as possible. I want to make peace with all men, because if I'm not happy, it will be as if the problem of the whole world is on my head. So I won't be able to function well. Since I know that, what are the things that triggers me to be sad? What are the things that triggers me to be unhappy? How can I avoid them? That neighbor that used to greet, that doesn't used to respond to you, that bunkmate that used to eat your food, don't put your food stuff when she will say it. There are some things that triggers you, that makes you unhappy, that used to use your water. Don't fetch your water early in the morning. When she comes there today, she didn't see water to use. Tomorrow she didn't see water to use. Next tomorrow she will find her way. There are some things that makes you unhappy that can really destabilize you and affects your productivity throughout the day. Know them as an individual, right? What triggers us is different. What makes me unhappy, what makes me, unproductive is different from what makes you unproductive. But you need to know them so that when you know them, you can now avoid them so that you be productive, right? That is, I'm still talking about self-discovery. So let's just go ahead to talk about, building a structure that works as an undergraduate student. Building a structure that works is a lot. Building a structure that works is a lot. A structure, when I mean structure, we can talk about system. So system are the things that, you have established to a very large extent that, you can start leveraging on them to produce the results you want to produce. And what I mean by system, I'll use myself as an example as well. Like I said, see, building a system that works for you as an individual is really important. I told you that for me, I realized that, see, well, I'm a night and day person. I can decide to be active in the morning and at night. Just few people are like that. For me, I realized that, see, babe, you can read during the day and you assimilate faster. There's no point reading at night. And now I built a structure that works and that fits into that kind of person. So for me, when I wake up in the morning and, doing the necessary thing I need to do, I go, my lectures are always so early. I go for my lectures. I normally have break in our department of faculty. We normally have break 2 hours at least every afternoon. So for me, you see, that hour or those 2 hours, I will always spend them in the library. In fact, if you come to my corner in the library, for those 2 hours, you see me there. For me, I don't joke with those 2 hours. So when I go back to from there, I'll go for my evening lectures. And after my evening lecture, I'll go for my fellowship activities. And after leaving my fellowship activities, I will go to the room to go relax, right? And then I will relax. I'll wake up around 10 p.m. to like try to look at the things I want to do. Oh, I started my tutorial on this yesterday. I need to see a 1 hour video or 30-minute video on this particular topic. Let me quickly chip it in. So I will do that for like 10 p.m. to like 12 p.m. So 12 p.m. again, I'm asleep, only for me to wake up by 5 a.m. And it's worked well for me. Building a structure that works, it's really important. You know, after you have discovered yourself, then you now, okay, now this is what I've discovered. I'm a night person. How can I now tailor my life, to fit into my productivity hours? How can I build a structure for now? I want to take this a bit further outside school. Now I'm a working class person and I do quite a number of things together. I want to really explain to you because I want to believe that there's some people here that are not students and they have other things that are doing multiple expression. People ask me, Onoma, you do this, you do this, you do this. How do you do that? See, I'm going to go into all of those details tonight. So don't go. Stay with me, right? Our third speaker, because of one reason or the other, is not here. So we don't know if he will join us soon, but I just want to do enough justice to this topic. And I can assure you that, see, at the end of this topic, you're going to live as a better person. So what for me personally, I do a number of things and have like multiple expression brands that I'm running. And for me, what I've done, I leverage on my days of the week and then I build structure around them. Now let me bring it more home. Let me bring it home. Mondays I don't work. Mondays are my rest days. It's just like my Sabbath days for me. So I don't work on Mondays. I do retreats, I Netflix, I chill, I rest, I pray, and I'm okay. Because why? Because I feel like there's a way I just feel energized and I'm ready for the new week. Right? So on Tuesday, I have some expressions that I focus on Tuesday. Like on Tuesday, everything I need to do on this expression, I will make research. I will put on some structure. If I need to recruit staffs or I need to call in for volunteers, I will focus on some particular structures, expression on Tuesday. When I'm done with them, I will list out the things I've been able to sort out. I know that on Wednesday, I'm focusing on another expression. On Thursday, I'm focusing on another expression. On Friday, I'm focusing on another expression. You see, when I focus on them that way, throughout the days of the week, I already worked on my expression. That even when I'm not there, I already built structure that working for me. Because I have a particular day of the week so if I have any problem that I'm facing with a particular, one of my expression, okay, I know that Tuesday is for Sheen Initiative, so I will tackle it next week Tuesday, if it is not urgent, right? So next week Tuesday, I know that I'm going to do all of the research I need. Oh, do I need to call for more volunteers? Do I need to reach out to more sponsors? Do I need to reach out? What do I need to do? I will focus solely on Sheen Initiative and maybe Diary of Visionary Entrepreneur. When I focus on that, on Wednesday, I know that I'm focusing on my ministry. I take it, what are the things that I need to do? Last week, these are the things we didn't do well, or these are the things we should improve on. That is how I do it. And it has been working for me. Trust me. As a student, it can work for you as well. Oh, you want to start a training on a particular skill. Look at your calendar. Which day am I normally free? Which day do I have less lecture? You see those days or that particular day or those days that you don't have lecture or you are normally free. It's not a time for you to start going from one place to the other, looking for people that are not looking for you. It's not a time for you to start frolicking around, doing things that are not. Those days you can actually, okay, now this particular day I don't have lecture. So why don't I use 3 hours of this particular day to really, commit to making inquiries about this particular skill I want to learn? Right? These are the ways you can do it. This is how you can build a life as a student that can really accommodate other things you do. You look at your calendar. I will still go in depthly into these things. You look at your calendar. Okay, on Friday I'm always free. For me, when I was in school, I still remember these things. Funniest, it's so funny that I still remember all those things, right? So on Friday I'm always busy. Friday are like my free days. So on Friday, I know the things I normally do on Friday, right? On Friday, I will still have enough time to rest. But you see, since I don't have lectures on Friday, I will go to the library and work on some things I need to really work on Friday, that I'll feel like, see, if I don't work on these things again till next week Friday, they are covered. So after doing the hard work on building that particular skill on Friday, I can touch base on it. Little, I can do some little work on them. Maybe on Monday, Tuesday, that will not really take me time. Maybe I need to send an email to someone. I can quickly say that on Monday. But you see,
Hello. Guys, please just give us a minute as Onome is trying to put. I think it's the internet, is the network. I think it's the network. And I hope we are learning something. I hope we are learning. I hope we have taken notes and everything is coming together. I'm sure Onome will join us soon enough. Right? I hope we are learning for everyone and we are putting things together that can help you, move forward. Thank you so much for coming. And if you have any questions, you can start putting your questions together. If you have any questions, you can start putting your questions together. And as she comes back, she'll be able to answer. And all of us are going to have a really, really good evening. How to manage your time as a student. The things that you should do and the time that you're supposed to do each of these things. We are learning how to prioritize our activities. Right, we're learning how to prioritize and have a really, really balanced student life, a really balanced, productive student life. Now, while I was in school, I really wish I had time to listen to all these things because I studied fine and applied art, so I was always in studio. And when I'm not in studio, I was always in church. I mean, I really don't regret being in church, but I could have, managed my time properly. I could have done things differently that would have helped me to be more and better than I am right now, but I do not have any regrets. So that you guys would have you wouldn't have the things that you'll be regretting later. It is good that we are learning how to manage our time right now. Right now. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm sure Onome is working on joining just right about now. Just give us a few minutes. Just give us a few minutes. Everything we continue. And like I said, if you have questions, start noting them.
I'm sorry, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank God.
I'm sorry, my network went off totally. I don't know what.
Welcome back.
Okay, so sorry. Sorry. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm sorry, I'm so distracted right now. I don't know. I'm trying to fix another network in case of something like this happen. I'm just trying to. Okay, so let me just continue. Please, at any point you can hear me, let me know. I don't know what's really wrong with my network. So as I was saying, building a structure that works is really, really important. I believe I've been able to do justice on that. So let me just quickly go to the next one. The next one is now time management skills and tools. Time management skills and tools. Now, this is like the table we want to shake tonight. Like, this is the real thing, and this is why we are here tonight. So I want you to follow me closely as I'll be sharing with you some time management tips that you can really leverage on as a student to really produce a better result. Okay, so the first one that I have here on the list for me when it comes to time management is planning and organization. planning and organization. You need to be able to be organized as an undergraduate. You need to be able to plan your life, plan your time. Plan your time. You should know the things you're wasting your time on. You should know the things that you're using your time for. Because even if you don't know what you're using your time on, how can you manage your time? Time management is really important for you as an undergraduate. You really need to know the things you're wasting. If you use iPhone, there's this screen record. I think, is this screen time, or what's it called now? That can actually give you a record of the things you spent your time on daily, right? These are some of the things you can really leverage on. You want to know how you're spending your time. If you don't know the things you are using your time for, it will not be easy for you to manage your time. So after checking your time, I check this daily, and then there's a way to tell you that you spend 6 hours on social media today. Please, out of 24 hours, if you spend 6 hours on social media, then what have you achieved? What have you achieved with your life with the other hours that you have? So when you realize that I spent 8 hours, or I spent 8 hours on social media, why? What was I doing? Did I even learn anything tangible? It was not like I was taking a course on Telegram, or I was listening to a conference or anything. So if I spent 8 hours, or if I spend averagely 8 hours on social media daily, then I should really cut down on the way I spend time on social media. Do you see? It is because you were able to detect that you do spend outrageous time on social media. That is why you can now manage your time on social media. It is really important. So planning and organization is really, really important. As I go on, I'm going to talk more on that. And when I'm talking about planning and organization, it speaks to to-do list as well. You set goals, you have to-do list. You should not wake up every day without having, a list of things you want to do daily, and without even knowing what you want to do for that day. Some people just wake up and they say, thank you, Lord, for today, and then you just go about the day. And then life is just happening to you. You're not making life happen. It's just happening to you, whatever comes. So because you don't have anything you want to do with your time, a friend will call you, hello, Onome, please, I have a dinner party. And then I'm looking for someone to escort me. I say, I'm free now. I don't have anything you are doing. Then you go. Anything works because you don't have anything you're really prioritizing. You don't have anything you don't have anything you're focusing on. So you see, organization is very important and planning is important. So you should not wake up as a student without having a to-do list. It should not be ahead of you. And by to-do list, you can use your notes. For some people, they love using it the digital way. Some people love going traditional. I love tradition. I just love journaling. I just love journaling. So I have my journal, and my journal has a special place for to-do list. Because there's a way when I write it, there's a way it just sticks to my head. For some people, you can use your notes. There are some situations that I've been to places that I'm not with my journal, and I need to write my to-do list. So I use there's an app called Todoist. There's an app called Todoist that you can really Google. It will help you structure your time. You can use your calendar, Google Calendar. You can write your to-do list on Google Calendar, and you can even put time blocks to them. And Google will remind you every 5 minutes. When it is, maybe my to-do list is from 10 to 10:30, I should read. When it is, I can put notification till about 5 minutes to 10. So Google will remind me, alarm will ring when it is 9:55. By 10 p.m., 5 minutes to you reading. There's a way Google Calendar is just so beautiful. So these things are not difficult to use. They are really, but we have phone, but we are not using them. It's actually funny. You see, this phone, it is called, what's it called now? It is called, what do we call it now? What's the word we used to call it? It is called smartphone for a reason. It's to make us live a smart life. I mean, smart life. So you schedule your day, you structure your day. And you should say to yourself after this conference that I will not wake up without having, an idea, not even an idea, without having a layout of what my day is going to look like. Of course, there are some days that some things will happen that we did not plan, but it should not be every day. It should not be every day. If you know what you want to do with your day and you have the list of things you want to achieve daily, if anybody asks you out to just go on a date that you didn't plan for, or someone asks you to just go and see your friend with her, there's the way you say, I'm not available, because you know the task you want to achieve for that day and you've not yet achieved them. There are some things that, because I have them on my to-do list, I cannot sleep. I won't sleep. And that's the truth. While other people are sleeping, I'll be like, I have to achieve this because it is on my to-do list. Imagine I did not write them on my to-do list. How will I know I must achieve them? So when you are organized, there's a sense of organization, and it actually even starts with you as an individual. Before you sleep at night, you already know the food you are eating tomorrow morning. Even as students, if it is noodles you have, or tomorrow morning I'm eating noodles. Tomorrow morning, this is the clothes I'm wearing to class. You see all these little times we spent doing some things that are not necessary. If you gather them together, they will amount to something tangible. Okay, you want to sleep tonight. What am I wearing to lecture tomorrow? You know it. Even if you don't bring it out, you already know it in your head. I'm combining gray skirt with yellow top. Oh, okay, this is what I'm wearing tomorrow. What am I eating? You check your cupboard. Do I have beans? Do I have yam? What do I have? Okay, tomorrow morning I'm eating spag and stew. Then you already know that how many minutes will it take me to cook spag and stew? 30 minutes. That means I have to be awake early so that I can cook my spag. I will have enough time to eat, because you need to take care of your health too. So even as a student, you need to be organized. So it starts with all of these little things. So when you know, you already plan ahead. So some people write their to-do list before they sleep. It works best. For me, I write it early in the morning. While I'm journaling, I'll write my to-do list. I'll journal about what happened to me yesterday, and then I will prepare for today by writing my to-do list. So whatever works for you, before you sleep, you feel like I want to write my to-do list for tomorrow before you sleep, write it. So when you are awake, you already know the things you want to do today. Oh, today I have a lecture by 3 to 5 p.m. I have a lecture by 12 a.m. I said 12 a.m. I have a lecture by 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Oh, I have break from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, that break, what will I use it to do? Okay, I have some mail I should respond to. So 3 p.m. to 3:30, I will clear my mail, respond to them. 3:30 to 4 p.m., I have a mentorship session with some of my mentees. Yes, there are students that are doing fine. They are mentoring other people while in school. There are young students that are doing really well. You see, our generation is blessed. You see, Gen Z, you want to do, and you have the capacity to. So you really need to leverage on all of these things. Plan your time well. When you plan it, oh, I know what. So when you have 3 to 5 p.m. break, you will not be thinking, hey, who should I go and greet, or where should I go to? Because your day is already planned. So organization is really important. Planning. You should not wake up and start a day without having the itinerary of the things you want to achieve that day, the things you want to do. List them out. List them out. See it yourself. And you know what I love most? Someone asked me that what motivates me the most, or what are some of the things that motivate me. I said, one of the things that motivates me is actually when I see that I tick my to-do list. Trust me, it motivates me on a special level. If I have 10 tasks and I achieved 8, I feel like I have arrived. There's a confidence it builds in me. I don't know if there are people that can attest to that in this conference right now. For me, if I have 10 to-do lists and I was able to achieve 8, there's a way it makes me feel like, oh no, man, you've not wasted your day. But let me tell you something. Even if you've done a lot, but you don't have to-do list, there's a way you still feel like you've not done so much. Because there's no way you can track the things you were able to achieve. Do you see? So to-do list is actually good because it helps you track your record. It helps you know the things you are doing. So when I have a 10 task I want to achieve and I was able to achieve it, I feel like, yeah, I did well. I mean, that is A. That is A. But if I don't have to-do list and I was doing a lot of things, there's a way I still feel like, because you don't have them written out. Do you understand? So organization and planning is very important, and it actually starts with the little things that we really do not pay attention to or we are not focusing on. The second one is goal settings. Goal settings is very, very important. You need to learn how to set goals. You need to learn how to set goals as an undergraduate. What are your goals? What are you looking at achieving? My goal for me when I entered school was that I wanted to graduate with a first class. Amen. That was my goal. And then I started, what are the actionable plan that I can really put to work? If I want to graduate with a first class, then when other people are sleeping, I should not be, if people are sleeping for 6 hours, 10 hours, I should not be sleeping like that too, because I have a goal, right? Then I started putting action to it, then actionable plan. And really, yes, I could not graduate with a 1-1, but I graduated with a strong 2-1. It was one weekend lecturer that said, you people in this department, you not graduate first class, no problem. But you know what? I was still fulfilled. Imagine that I didn't have a goal. It was because I had that goal that actually, inspired me to put in the work. And then I might not have achieved the goal that I wanted, but I still did to a very large extent because I had one of the best results. And that is it. And trust me, I was doing quite a number of things, even while I was a student. I told you I joined a dance school. Yes, I handled some positions in my fellowship, and they did not affect my academics. So we didn't just bring people to come and talk to you. We brought people that actually had track record of things that they did when they were in school, and they produced results, and you can do it too, because we don't have to wait. Do you understand? So that is how it worked for me when I was in school. So you must always, as an undergraduate, you must always set goals. What are your, some people, they don't have goals. How will you not have goals? Okay, before I leave school, this is what I want to achieve. I want to get an ICANN certificate. I don't want to leave school and the only thing I'll be graduating with is my certificate. I want to have other certificates I must have acquired that are in line with my skill, or that are in line with the career I want to go into after school. A lot of us, we don't really give it time to think about what you even want to do after school. What is the kind of life you want to build? See, there's so much. Let me tell you, there's so much to education outside the 4 walls of school. You see, that 4 walls of school, like, it's just, there is so much to life after school. I can tell you this for free. But you see, these values, if you can cultivate these values while you are still a student, it will help you even after school. Some things we are leveraging on even after we've graduated, they were cultures that we've cultivated while we were students. Do you understand? So you need to, you need to never tell yourself, I won't attack any without planning. Planning, organization, goal setting, and prioritization. You see, prioritization is important, and I'm so happy that the first speaker, mentioned it earlier. When we're talking about prioritization, while talking about prioritization, you must always make note of deadlines. As students, see, this one is really important. Time management skills. Prioritization speaks to the place of you noting the deadlines that you have. You are studying 9 courses. They gave you assignments. Okay, if all your lecturers, if all your lecturers should give you assignments at the same time, which is like almost impossible. I mean, all of them cannot decide to just give assignments at the same time. But if peradventure you have like 6 assignments you have to submit within the space of 2 weeks, what will you do? Take your journal. Okay, CHM 503. The deadline for this assignment is Tuesday. CHM or Bio 201. The deadline for this is Thursday. You know that the deadline for CHM is coming first. So you should focus on working on CHM first before working on Bio, next. But you see, some people, because you are not organized and you don't prioritize, you don't even know what your deadlines are. They will now be telling you, do you know we have assignments to submit? You say, I don't know. And you already made an appointment with the person that is teaching you your skill, that you should come for tutorial by 5 to 6 p.m. So the time you were meant to go take that skill, you are using it to sort the assignment you should have sorted if you are more organized and more prepared. You prioritize. There's something we call prioritization. It's a skill. You must learn it. You prioritize the things that are most important to you as a student. You must learn to prioritize. Look at your studies, the things that you are studying. What are the deadlines that you have? The closer they are, you can even have them in colors. You see, there's a way you just do some things. Some things are just fancy because I love art. You can even have them in colors. Maybe you have these sticky notes, and then you have color red. You know that color red signifies danger, right? So color red is for the urgent assignments you must attend to. So you write it in your sticky notes that is color red. Oh, CHM 101 due on Tuesday. So when you wake up and you want to prioritize your day or write your to-do list, you look at the danger. Oh, what are the tasks that I have to achieve that are very urgent? Look at your sticky notes that is red. Oh, okay, this is what I need to work on. And then you add it to your to-do list. You do your assignments. So when you do your assignments, you don't need to start rushing here and there. When it is time for assignments, you are not rushing. Hey, what should I do? What should I do? Hey, have you read color? Have you submitted? That way, you will not maximize your time well as a student. So there's something we call prioritization. Really important. You must learn it. You prioritize. And that even speaks to the skills and things you want to learn with your academics. See, your academics come first as a student. But you can still juggle. You to have a test now. You have a test. Your test is 7 a.m. tomorrow. And then instead of you reading for your test, you are taking courses on product management. How is that priority? No, that is misplaced priority. Because as far as you are concerned, that course is not running away. The major point now, the priority in front of you right now is to focus on your test that you have by 7 a.m. Because you see, the fact that you are learning skills, the fact that you are trying to build or to juggle many things is not an excuse for you to graduate with a result that you will not be proud of after school. I was saying it before this conference started. I said, what students want to hear these days is that, see, education is calm. I graduated with 2-2, you can graduate with pass and you still be fine. See, let me tell you, yes, I'm not writing off that possibility. You can graduate with 2-2 and you still be doing well. We have track records of people that graduated with 2-2, 3-1, and they are doing fine. But let me tell you, there are some struggles they faced, they went through that they will never tell you. There are some opportunities they've been denied that they didn't tell you. They will not come to social media to come and share with you. That is the truth. There are some opportunities, there are some places that they should have entered leveraging on their CGPA, but they could not, because their CGPA could not take them to those places. So the things that they could have gotten easily, they had to put extra effort in getting them. But they will not come and share that backstory with you. They will just come and make it look like, see, this life is a bed of roses. If you don't do well in school, you do well in career. If you don't do well in school, don't let anybody bobo you. The fact that you are building a career and you are doing multiple things as a student is not an excuse for mediocrity. It is not. So as a student, you can still excel, but you must learn the skill of prioritization. Prioritization is really, really important. But you can prioritize if you have a goal you are achieving, you want to focus on. You can prioritize if you have a to-do list. You can prioritize if you're organized. Just see what I just spoke about sticky notes. You to imagine. There's a way all these things actually keeps you organized. And that is how we live life. Let me tell you, all these big people you are seeing that are doing 20 things together, these are the things they are leveraging on. There is no two-way things to this thing. These are the things that some people know that some people do not know. That they are left. So some people might look at it like, why am I here? Or maybe I should go and sleep. You are here because you see the difference between you and another person that is doing well in the academics and other things they are doing is a knowledge gap. There are some things they know that you don't know. And that is why you are here. You are here to bridge that gap. The knowledge they know, the things they know that is working for them, how can you know it to start leveraging on it to start producing the kind of result you're producing, right? And I believe I'm still communicating. I believe you guys are not sleeping on me. I believe I'm still here. The next one I want to talk about that is really important is delegation. Delegation is really important. Delegation is really important. You seek help as a student. So when it comes to delegation, for me now, as an individual, I'm building career outside school. I'm building career outside school. I'm not a student anymore. And then I'm trying to just leverage on my, my skills and everything to build a life. So delegation for me, the way delegation works for me right now is I try to see people that I can bring to my team. They have the same vision like me. I know their skill. What are the things they are good at that I'm not good at? Then I entrust them with it. I let them do their thing and I'm resting. Do you understand? So what are the things that I'm good at? So you see this conference that we are having now. My team members worked tirelessly. Let me say Shield Initiative team members, leaders, volunteers worked tirelessly to put this conference together. I could never have brought this by myself. I could never, in fact, maybe I would have, but I would not have been able to reach the number of students we reached. Because you see what we are seeing today was as a result of different people submitting their skill sets, submitting their talents, and then bringing everything together. And that is why we have this conference. And the same energy I put to all of my other expressions. Right? And people say, why do you do all these things? And how do you flourish doing them all? Because I have people. Gift of men, I delegate. As a student too, you might not be building businesses, multiple businesses, building brands, but you can delegate. By delegation, you can seek for help. You can seek for help. You have a course that you've been struggling with, and then you have your coursemate that is good at it. Can you just go to him or her and say, guy, I realized that, can you teach me? What do you... Some people will say, buy me bread. Buy them. You see some people, the brilliant students in school, they don't used to worry about food stuff. Because they was like, no problem, I will teach you. You can just buy me shawarma. I will buy you shawarma. Don't worry. In fact, your food for the next 3 days is settled. Right? Delegation for you as a student might mean that you're seeking help from people that knows the things that you do not know. Delegation for you as a student might mean that, you are telling your friends that, babe, please, if you have any assignments, that please call my attention to it, or let me know. Delegation for you as a student might be that, oh, you could not attend a particular class, and then you will tell you could not attend particular class or particular session. You cannot attend particular class and particular session, and then you are telling your classmates that, babe, I could not attend yesterday class. Please, can I have your notes? That is delegation, in the sense that, see, you were not there. Some people were there. Why don't you take their notes, write the notes, read it, and excel and pass? Delegation for you as a student might mean that, okay, I'm good at this course. You are good at this course. Why don't we come together? Let me teach you this one. You teach me. Do you understand? Delegate. That is what delegation is all about. Delegation is about giving people that are capable of a task that you are less capable at. So you guys exchange your strengths. You collaborate on your weakness, and you make strengths tangible. You see, the people you are rolling with, you should not be the only brilliant person in your crew. What are you doing? Is that how you want to graduate to the first class? I'm sorry, I'm shaking tables, but that's the truth. Look at your friends now, your circle of friends. Look at them right now. Try to look at, if you are the most brilliant in your circle, you are not doing well. Of course, if you should have people that you are better than, but you should have people that are better than you too, that you can always run to when you have issues. So you are the only person now in your crew that all your friends, you are 10 people in your group, and the 9 of them is you they used to run to for help. But you, when you have issues, not even one of them you can turn to help you with any of your courses. Tell me, how do you want to do well in your academics that way? Right? So you should try and, leverage on, see, look around you. There are people. Even as students, you can learn the power, the force of relationship, and leverage on it. Delegation. That is what delegation is for students. The next one I want to talk is, after setting goals, you have actionable plans. You start with little tasks. Some people used to say that this actually is a two-way thing. Some people will tell you that you should start with the biggest task, because when you achieve the big task, there's a way it makes you feel like, I'm almost done for the day. But for some people, and for the major part, what I will advise as well is that you start with the small task, in the sense that, see, you have to do list. The ones you can easily achieve, right? You can have them first. Do them. When you do them, there's a way they muster courage within you. You feel like, if I can do this, I can do this too. Do you get? But there's a but to this. There's like I said, it's a two-way thing, and I love striking balance when I'm having my teaching, so that there won't be any, you won't go ahead thinking about, Abi, this is what I don't like people assuming what I didn't say. So let me just try and clarify. There's a two-way thing for me now personally. What works for me is that I know that I'm very active in the morning, right? So I can put my most difficult task at the morning, because I feel that is when I can do my deep work. We call them deep work. Deep work at works that they are really hard, or they might be hard, but you do them when you are most productive. So that works. So when you see that it's no evening time, when you are tired, you will now be putting the task that is most difficult. You will not be able to do it. At least in the morning, you want to take a course, that is a good time for you to take your course. You want to read, it might be a good time for you to read, because that is when you are productive. When you are worn out in the evening time, right? When you are worn out in the evening time is when you should now start checking your WhatsApp messages. Oh, what do I need to? Your emails, right? That is when you now scroll through social media. You see some memes. Because at that particular point, you don't really need too much mental capacity to process some things. You just want to chill. You want to relax. That is how we do it. So do you see the balance? So there's a balance of you doing the smaller tasks to actually give you this energy you need. But there's a balance of you too. I'm most active in the morning. So why don't I put my hard task in the morning when I'm most productive, so that at evening or during evening, I can do the ones that I don't really need too much of mental capacity for. Do you see? And then there's a way you can break down your larger task into smaller tasks. So when you have a very big task in front of you that is looking like Goliath, you break it down into smaller tasks. When you break it down into smaller tasks, there's a way it makes you look like you can achieve. For instance, now, I'm trying to look for a task that I can bring home now. For instance, I want to get a sponsor for Shield Initiative. I want to get a sponsor for Shield Initiative. And then he's really looking at, because, right, you're scared. How will I reach them? How will I do this? How will I do that? Now, instead of me to start thinking and then sit down with my to-do list, hey, I want to get sponsor. How will I go about it? And then it's like giving me a headache. I'm thinking, why don't I say, okay, today I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to draft a mail that I will send to the sponsor, even though I might not know the sponsor yet. Why don't I start with drafting out the mail first? So today I'm drafting out a mail for sponsorship. I will draft out the mail. Tomorrow, this mail that I've drafted out, why don't I make it a little more? Maybe I should design. I should make a template for it on Canva. I want to make it more, fancy with our letterhead. Oh, okay, let me design on Canva. This thing that I've written out, let me transfer it to Canva, make it into documents. I will do it the next day, right? I'm making progress, right? Maybe in the evening, I can now decide I will go online. I will try to look for young ladies that are doing fine, and they love to help people. I will Google them. There are some people that I know. I will make out the list of some of my friends that I know that they love to help young teenagers, or they love to help young ladies. And I will do this. I will do this. After making the list, am I not making progress? Is it not joining together? I already have my mail, right? I already have a document. I already have the list. Then the next day, my work is easier. What do I need to do? I just need to carry my mail, send it to the person that I already listed out the list, and that is all. At the end of the day, they will tell me, we are sorry, you cannot sponsor, and life continues. I'll reach out to another person. So that's seemingly big task in that sense. I have achieved it by breaking it into smaller tasks. I don't know, is this practicable enough? Like, is this am I still talking to someone? Are we still here? Maybe we should go home. Okay, thank you. So I'm still making sense, right? Okay, amazing. Oh, thank you for being here. I'm almost done. I will leave. But we just need to talk about these things because we want to see you guys excel. You can do well as a student. You can. There are some mistakes that we have made that we are still, but you guys can actually still excel while you're still a student. And if you're like me, you're a graduate and you're here, see, you can still do well as well, irrespective of whatever it is, the mistakes you've made or the things you do not know. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is create a schedule. I think I already spoke about that. So there's no point like really buttressing on it. Create a schedule. Have a schedule that works for you. Have a schedule that works for you. What are you doing from so time to so time? That was when I was talking about to-do list. So schedule is really important. Know what you are doing from the time of 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. See, I told myself, I said, I want to learn a word daily. I want to learn a word, at least an English word daily. So I enabled my notification of my dictionary every day. And when it comes, I will study it. And when I study it, within the space of maybe when I'm about to sleep, I will remind myself, oh no, what word did you learn today? I will bring it back to my remembrance because I don't want to forget. Right? Those are like the little, your schedule can be as simple as from the hours of 10 p.m. to 10:30 every night. I want to read a chapter of a particular book that is in alignment with the skill that I want to acquire. These things are not hard. It's better for you to commit 15 minutes daily, in fact, 5 minutes daily on a skill you want to acquire, on something you want to achieve, than waiting for you to have a long time or a longer period of time for you to focus on it. It doesn't work like that. You see, those 5 minutes you are committing daily to that particular task, before you know it, it's going to amount to a tangible result. It's better than you just coming once in a month and you want to crash read. You just want to study on that course for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then till next month again. It doesn't work like that. Schedule. Have a schedule. It works and it makes so much sense. Now, the next one I want to talk about now that people don't really talk about, but we'll talk about it. You should rest. Rest. As a student, you need it. Rest. Use break wisely. I think I should put it that way. You should use break wisely. There are breaks. There should be breaks. In fact, if there are no breaks, you should create breaks for yourself as an individual. Rest is really important. Some people work from. Do you know that when you are tired, you cannot be productive? I've noticed it. I'm never productive when I'm tired. I'm most productive when I've rested and I have enough energy to think. So as a student, too, you rest. You know what your timetable looks like. Your timetable is always filled up from Monday to Wednesday. Oh, Thursday, you're always free. Why don't you take good time? Maybe from Thursday, you will just sleep till about 9 a.m. You will sleep. People will be waking you. You tell your roommate, say, please, I'm begging you. Don't wake me. I'm not waking up till 9 a.m. tomorrow because I don't have any lecture for tomorrow. You have enough time to rest because when you rest, you can recharge. And when you recharge, you have more energy to forge ahead. Resting is important. You cannot collapse. The journey is far, so you need to rest. So you use your break wisely. There are some breaks that you have as students. I said it. Some people used to have like maybe a day off. Maybe your department. For some people, it's not like day off. I was telling you earlier, I used to have 2 hours break, right? As a student, I used to have 2 hours break every afternoon. But I leveraged on it and I use it wisely. So there are some breaks that your school will give you. There are some breaks that you will intentionally create for yourself because you need to rest and you need to recharge. This is really important. So don't take it lightly. Don't work Monday to Friday. And then you are now asking, why is it that I'm not productive? I'm putting so much effort, but I'm not productive because you are working. Even the creator of the universe worked for 6 days. On the 7th day, rested. Right? So you need to rest. You cannot keep working because you want to. And then at the end of the day, it's looking as if you're working. You are putting so much of effort, but there's no result to put for it because you are not maximizing your time the way you should. That is what is really happening. You're not resting. You're not taking breaks. You're not using your breaks wisely. So know the breaks you have as a student and try carve out some breaks for yourself based on your timetable. Rest, recharge. You need it. Right? So the next one I want to talk about quickly is reward yourself. This one is a lot, but people don't really talk about it. Reward yourself as a student. If you set a goal and you achieve it, for this semester, I don't want to have nothing less than 4.2 CGPA. If you are able to meet that target, you tell yourself, Onome, if you can actually meet up with this 4.2 CGPA, I will get that particular clothes that I've always desired. I will buy it for myself. It might not even be something big. You cannot just treat yourself out. But know that you are rewarding yourself. You will tell yourself that I'm rewarding myself for this goal that I just achieved. You will know it for yourself, even if it is just 200 naira suya as per students. That I'm meeting is as a result of the goal that I achieved. You will not eat it like random suya. Because there's a way that satisfaction, there's a way it eats you differently. When you reward yourself, you will feel fulfilled. And then you feel like, what if I can achieve this one, then I should be able to achieve this. So you reward yourself as a student is really, really important. The next one is for you to be tech savvy. Be tech savvy and embrace, technology. I mean, you have phone. You can Google anything. I mean, ChatGPT now has made words even easier. Like you be tech savvy. I mean, you are using a phone for a reason. So be tech savvy. I mean, I don't know how best to say this, but if I want to beg you, I should beg you. Like I was saying, there are some tools that you can go online. What are the tools that I can use to manage my time? You will see countless of them that you don't even need to pay a shishi for. Right? Be tech savvy. Be tech savvy. And that will take me to my next point, which is automation. Automation. Do you know what automation is? Automation means that there are some things that can work for you automatically. You already set them. Now, let me give you an example. Now, I think one of the things we really want to leverage on as a youngster is LinkedIn optimization, how to use LinkedIn. And, I'm just so happy about the LinkedIn optimization session that we're going to be having tomorrow. You don't want to miss it for anything. So one of the things that people are getting exposed to right now is LinkedIn. Someone asked me earlier last week that what are some of the regrets you have? And I told her that I regret that I was not exposed to LinkedIn earlier than this. Because going to LinkedIn and see the accomplishment that people has really made, just leveraging on LinkedIn is a lot. It's not because I'm pressured, but I'm just saying that, I just wish I had known earlier. It's not too late, but I just wish I had known earlier. But even on LinkedIn now, there's a way you can automate your posts. That if you want to become a master in social media management or content creation, and as a student, you don't have the time to be writing content every day. If you have time during your break, one of those breaks that you have, go to the library, write like 5 content, automate it on LinkedIn, schedule it. You can schedule a post on LinkedIn, on Instagram. You can like literally schedule posts on like every platform now. Schedule it. When you are sleeping, LinkedIn will post your post for you. While you are still asleep, men will be commenting on your post. And before you know it, they will network with you. You will get job recommendation. That is how we do these things. Leverage on social media. Be tech savvy. I said social media. No, on technology. Be tech savvy. Know these things. Automation. There are some things that you can automate right now. Me too, I'm just still developing my skills, but those are some that I know of. After this conference, do some assignments, research. What are the automation tools that are available that I can use to automate some things that you are doing? Some things you don't need to be there every time. And this is social media world. Before you know it, 3 months consistently, you can be known as a master of something. Consistently. You are showing up, posting day and night. And then you're saying, I'm the best social media content creator. And as a content creator, you can even go to ChatGPT. Kindly create a content for an entrepreneur, a fashion show, even as a social media manager or as a content writer. The work is even easier. Of course, there's a place of still putting. I'm teaching you what you did not even pay for, because I'm teaching you now how you can leverage on. But really, I'm just trying to say that, see, there's a way you can, even content writing, there's a way you can position yourself as a master in your field, leveraging on technology. You will just need to twerk around, add 1 or 2s. You will post the post. People will be commenting, wow, I learned a lot. Oh, God bless you. That was time. Give value to people. But it doesn't take much. But all these things, you are not ready to put the work. But you should. After this lesson, after this conference, you should not leave the same person, right? So the last one I'll be talking about, which is not the least, is focus and avoid procrastination. This is a lot. Focus. You see, our problem is that this is our generation now. They say our attention span is very short. So you cannot really focus on something for a very long time. So before you know it, you are jumping from this. There's a way you can really focus. Like, okay, this is what I have ahead of me right now. There's this course I'm not really doing well at. How can I focus my time to be devoted to learning this course, putting more effort into really studying this course? And then I just want to commit to it in the next 3 months. Come back and share your testimony with me. Or you'll be like, see, there's this particular skill, or there's this particular career path I want to start to tread. I realize that I love to talk and I want to become an event host. You go online, search for people that are event hosts, and then you gather resources. And then in the next 3 months, tell yourself, Onome, I want to really learn. I want to really learn on how I can become a professional event host. And you focus on it for 3 months. And after 3 months, you come out and then you start talking, giving tips on how you can be a professional event host on LinkedIn. And people will start looking at you as, when did you become? It doesn't take long. It does not take long, my brothers and my sisters. It doesn't take long. And then you come up and, how to become a professional host. And before you know it, someone will say, we have a conference that we're planning next. But do you mind hosting for us? We don't really have too much. So it's like an NGO or something, but we just love the way. You say, no problem. You don't have much. Can you sponsor my TIFF here? Because I'm coming from Lagos and the conference is happening in Ife. And I'm a student of Unilag. But I'll come to Ife, no problem. I just need, maybe you need to lodge me and I need don't worry, just lodge me and give me. And then before you know, you will go and perform your best. And when you do your best, you get gigs that will pay you from that particular thing. That is how we do it. I don't know if I've made any sense this night, but I believe I have. And the last one is procrastination. Avoid procrastination. There's one tip that has always worked for me when it comes to procrastination. When you remind or when you remember something, do it immediately. It works for me. Seriously, I've practiced it and it has worked for me. Because sometimes I tend to, everybody procrastinates. That's the truth. It's just that our level of procrastination is, some people, they have B1. Some people, A1. Some people, they have A1 star. So you get, So the level is just, but the truth is that not everybody procrastinates. But this is how we do it. How we do it is that, you see, when you remember something, it has worked for me. Because when I remember, maybe I'm doing something and then I quickly remember something. Onome, you are meant to do this, you've not done it. It's either I write it in my to-do list immediately. If it is something that I can really do, I can leave what I'm doing instantly to do. I will leave it to do it. There are some things that doesn't really take too much time. But you see those things that doesn't take too much time, they can cost you something that is very tangible. So just remember that, there's an email I was meant to reply yesterday that I could not reply. Meanwhile, maybe you were trying to listen to a course and then you just quickly remember that there was an email I was meant to reply, I could not reply. You can leave that in to quickly reply the email and come back to it. It has worked for me. It's a tip. It really works well for me. So you might want to embrace it too. So those are like the points and the tips and the tools of time management that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight, and how you can really structure your time to accommodate other expressions with you as a student. I believe you have been blessed. I said blessed. I'm used to it. I believe you learned something. So I believe you're blessed. I believe you learned something. If you have questions, drop it for me at the comment section. I will take just two. That is if you have. I believe that while I was teaching, some people would have been, you would have been getting answers to your questions. But if you still want to ask questions, drop it at the comment section. Now, if you enjoyed this session, let me see your excitement at the comments. I want to be sure that you guys are still here. I want to be sure that you can hear me. How was the session for you? Oh, I love it. Oh, it was wonderful. Amazing. Did you get value? Are you happy that you are here? Are you going to become a better student as a result of these valuable teachings and tips that we shared with you? See, these are the things that is working for me. There's nothing you are hiding. You don't hide anything. If you share these things, a lot of people don't share what works for them. You just see them doing fine. They say, you are doing well. How are you doing? Say, it's God. It's God. But there are things too that we know, and we will share it because we must be many, right? It was very knowledgeable. It's making me rethink so many things I have known or thought I know. I love it. I followed throughout. I'm so glad to hear this. You learned a lot. I'm so excited. So do we have any questions? If you have any question, drop it for me. I'm so sorry that our third speaker could not come up, but I'm happy that, even though our speaker could not come up, it just gave me enough time to be able to read, because I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a very long time with young folks, and it's just the opportunity for me to just pour out my heart, right? Because when people see us, they feel like this thing is magic. It's not magic. It's possible. Plenty value. I'm so glad. I'm so excited. I feel so excited. I feel so fulfilled. I feel so fulfilled right now. Glory to God. I'm so happy. Okay, guys, thank you. Let's keep it coming. I'm so glad. You don't know, I'm just so glad because we put in so much effort putting this together. And hearing this right now, it just made all the effort worth it. It was powerful. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for staying to the end. I'm so grateful. Even when my network fucked up, I realized that some people already left. Some people joined back. But thank you. Thank you. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just like that. I'm so glad you got something. So, guys, in the absence of no question, you might want to drop what you learned. So, your light bulb moment. What that means is that, what was that one thing that stood out for you during this teaching? What was that one thing that stood out for you that you're going to start leveraging on to become better? You can drop it for me at the comment section. Like, what was that particular thing that you feel like, hey, this one that I learned tonight, I'm going to hold on to it and I'm going to use it. You can drop it for me. You are brilliant, Omolewa. You are brilliant, Omolewa. You are so brilliant. You are so brilliant. I'm telling you. It's nothing. We just put our time, just read, put one or two, practicalize what we have learned, and we are here. It's a journey, right? It's a journey, and trust me, there's no magic to it. There's nothing special about it, right? Just commit yourself to the things you want to do, the things you want to learn, keep learning, right? I keep learning, I keep growing, I remember there was a time my fiancé was telling me that, do you want to become an administrator? Because you will sit with your book from morning to night. How? I'm not saying you should sit with your book from morning to night, but I'm just saying that there are efforts you put into these things and it can't. So Omolewa, you're so brilliant. I mean, you are really, really brilliant. I can tell you that for everybody is. Okay. Everybody is, right? So thank you so much, everyone. If you have any question, please drop it. So guys, what I want to say now is that you don't want to miss tomorrow. You don't want to miss tomorrow. I mean, you don't want to miss tomorrow. Do you know what is happening tomorrow? Tomorrow is our training sessions. Training sessions. Okay, I'm done with my session. I think I should just hand over to, I don't know why I want to keep saying announcements, but I mean, okay, I will hand over this session to Gifts now. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. I am so grateful and I'm so delighted. It's a privilege sharing with you from my well of knowledge, and I will do this over and over again. I love you and I celebrate you. Please, there's an announcement we'll be telling you, or I don't know, Gift. Should I quickly say the announcement? Am I permitted? I don't know if Gift is still here. Okay, I don't think Gift is here. Okay, so please let me quickly just say the announcement and we can call it a night. So this is the announcement. Tomorrow is our training session. Okay, time management tips, 100% of it. Okay, God's gift.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Oh, listen. Okay, thank you for having me.
Please, can you go ahead with the announcement?
Okay. Announcements for tomorrow. Tomorrow is our training session, and tomorrow we are coming here to come and learn 4 different skills. So we are bringing, you are seeing me again tomorrow. I'm a professional event planner. Tomorrow you see the way I just poured out my knowledge. Tomorrow I'm not holding back. I'm pouring out my knowledge on event planning and management, and I'm doing it with the whole of my heart. I know how much people pay for this, but I'm doing it. And not just me. You see, other speakers that will be coming tomorrow, they are like that. CV writing, for people that, maybe you're in finance, you already think, how will I write my CV? Even if you're in part 2, do you know you can start writing CV for people and you start making money with it? So we have a trainer on CV writing. We have a trainer on event planning and management. That is me. We have 2 trainers on graphic design. One person will be teaching us on the principles and fundamentals of graphic design. And then the other person will be teaching us on Canva, the professional use of Canva. You see, these people, they charge people to teach Canva, but they are coming here to come and teach us for free. And the last but never the least is LinkedIn optimization. If you want to learn how to use LinkedIn, you see tomorrow's session. You must not miss it. You must not miss it. So this is how we're going to do it. You see tomorrow on this, please don't leave this group. Of course, you can't leave this group page. Very important. So tomorrow, this is how we're going to be doing it. We will have subgroups. So we're going to be creating groups, different skills. And the reason we are using Telegram is because so that you can have access to the recording after now. It is really important to have access to the recording after now, so that people that are not here can always catch up with the session afterwards. That is why we're using Telegram. So tomorrow we will create different links, like different groups. Then when we create these groups, we will put their link here. So there will be a group for event. There will be a group for CV writing. There will be a group for what's it called now? For design and Canva. There'll be a group for we are using this general group for LinkedIn optimization. I get it. Please let us link very well, so that when we share the link on your link, this is how it's going to work. You cannot join 2 groups together. Reason being that the sessions happening simultaneously. So tomorrow we have 3 hours, 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Don't come late. So the training sessions will be starting by 6 p.m. till by 6:20 thereabouts till after 8. So when we are done with our training, please can that let me mute it here. Yeah, so as we are doing, the way we are doing it is that, so when we create the groups, we will send the links to individual groups to this page. So you will join your particular group for the skill you want to learn. So when you join the group, that is where your skill training will be happening. If you don't join your group, there's nothing we can do for you. Oh. So please watch out for the links. We're going to be sending the links to different, like, we have different groups. You create those groups now, and then we will send the link. So when we send the link, if you want to join event planning, you join the link to the group of event planning. If you want to join the CV writing, you join the link to the group of CV writing, right? So we do it. But we are going to have just 3 groups. That is for CV writing, event planning, and graphic design. So when we are done, all of us will converge here, and all of us together will come and learn about LinkedIn optimization. We are not making LinkedIn optimization optional because we believe it's a skill that everybody must possess at this particular point and time. People are 2 weeks training on LinkedIn, you pay 50,000. So this is not any way less of quality, because we are bringing professionals to come and train us. So please, I'm begging us, watch out for the link to your group. If you know your friends that are not here now, that register, that are on the WhatsApp group, come and tell them to come to this group. We are not sending the links to the WhatsApp. We are sending it here. So if you don't join here now, I don't know what we want to do. Well, I don't know, but we will most likely not send it to the WhatsApp group. We most likely be sending it here. So please ensure that you join the link to your group so that you will be trained. So between now and tomorrow, you might want to go and think about it. Is it event planning I want to learn, or CV writing, or graphic design? Go and think about it, because you cannot join 2 groups together. You can only join one, because the training will be going on the same time, simultaneously. So when we are done, everybody will converge here for LinkedIn optimization. The session starts by 6 p.m. tomorrow till 9 p.m. 3 hours of so much value. You don't want to miss it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, this is my special invitation for you. Do you see the value we gave you guys tonight? If you have anybody if you have your classmates, your friends that are not here, go and bring them now. Tell them, say tomorrow, come and learn skill. Come and learn skill. Come and you can start earning as a student. You can start. I started my event planning business when I was a student. So you can start as well. So bring them, let them come and register. Share the group link with them. Share the group link there. Let them join us so that tomorrow you can all learn together. So that is the information we have for us. And that will be all from our hand to you tonight. Once again, I want to say thank you everyone for coming. We love you and we celebrate you. The fact that I don't have to wait for all the time in the world to do extracurricular activities. I can dedicate time daily. Proper planning into so much to type. I love your feedback, K-Train. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Personage, thank you for sharing with us. And yeah, Akonkem, thank you so much for sharing with us. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Sarah, we love you too. Yes, going to learn a skill in Nigeria is like neck and arm, which is not accessible. I'm so grateful for this opportunity as well. So guys, let's have a wonderful night rest. The recording will be available on the Telegram platform here. So you can catch up with the recording in case you want to listen over and over again. So let's have a wonderful night rest. All of us at Shield Initiative, we love you. We celebrate you. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to host you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. And thank you.